Welcome to the Worst Damn Crypto Show, period. I'm your host, the Romanian Dan. I got with me Hexter Morgan, the famous David James, and Tap for Life 1. What's up, everybody?
Let's all give David a big welcome to the Worst
What's
Damn
going on,
Crypto
guys?
Show.
How y'all
David,
doing?
we're good, man. Thanks for being here. Chill your Twitter quickly for the people in the chat. Where they can
It's
find all that
at
crap.
David James 1, ONE, not the number 1.
At David James 1, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell us about yourself. Is this your first stream you're on? Or
No, I was on Max's show. I did Corey's show. I've been trying to put my own stuff together, but I'm a perfectionist and I haven't quite figured out which direction I want to take things just yet. So there's multiple things in the works with multiple streams and different businesses and different ideas. It's hard to do. It's hard to do it all by yourself. You know what I mean? I'm the web designer. I'm the the graphics guy. I'm the accountant. I'm the marketer. I'm the dad, the provider of the house and all that. And things get in the way.
What kind of a direction do you think you're trying to go for? Or what do you want to try to do?
Right now I'm really doing the online coaching. I'm getting that set up.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, do online training, mindset coaching, obviously a lot of physical fitness. Don't know if you caught a little bit of that, but that's where I really want to provide to the world. You know what I mean? My expertise and to pay the bills. I'm doing a little IT consulting. I'm doing a little mining, a little trading.
What are you mining?
Right now I'm mining helium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a couple of miners at a couple different houses. Got about 17 more on the way.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so I figure if I can get half my mortgage without, working, then I'm setting myself up pretty good.
So what's your what's that? What did you say?
Hope they're not Nibras, because my friend's been a year and he hasn't received his Nibras. And
no, I got I got my Bobcats finally. They were a 5-month back order.
Yeah, I know, man. What batch were you?
Oh Jesus, I don't know, but
I kept getting emails and
I ordered mine in the 3 that I got. The first shipment that I got was December 26th. And the second batch was 7. That was like 2 weeks later. So that was January. And I just got them.
That's not bad, man.
I mean, they're still in the Chinese box,
You're lucky. I'm not going to lie. We ordered ours end October. One batch, the recent batch 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's insane.
But my friend bought his Nibra not the March that just passed, the one before that.
Jesus.
Still hasn't received it.
Yeah, it's insane because I got 3 of them just to do a proof of concept. At my own house, I've got it up on a 32-foot telescoping pole, right? And I just had to figure it out, right? I spent money testing, but I had to buy that second hand, and it was like fucking $1,100 just for the miner.
Is there a backlog on these things right now? Is there shortages?
Not anymore. There was, because they're only $460 when you buy them straight from the manufacturer, from Bobcat.
But now there's the 5G ones that are
now there's the 5G, and you can't even resell the 300s unless you want to take 50% loss. So I'm just gonna get them in the air and see what I can get out of them.
What's your crypto story, Dave? You like being called Dave or David? Do you prefer?
Doesn't matter as long as with a modicum of respect, I'll answer it.
Sir, tell us about your crypto journey, sir.
Oh man, it's
Into heck.
it's a whole lot of what if onlys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Heard about it, Bitcoin in 2011, and I was too much of a partier and rock star then. But I was in IT, so I understood sort of what was required to do it. I just didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'm not going to spend $3,000 to build a computer that's going to get me $15 a month after my, $11 a month extra electricity bill. And plus, I didn't really understand it. I honestly thought it was like Office Space, like where you're just sniffing the internet, stealing these pennies, right? These fractions of a penny, right? That's what I thought it was. I didn't understand mining. So I just let it go. And my buddy, decided to tell me in 2017 when BTC was $1,000 that I should have gone ahead and done that. And he got pissed because later in 2017, he had already sold his 30 before it hit the 19K mark. But
yeah,
right late 2017 is when I built my own rig. I built a 16 GPU rig, started mining in 2017 and trading at the same time. I was flipping GPUs for a while just because it was so profitable. But that's how I got in and made a good amount of money off some random coins. And I didn't get out ever, but I didn't pay attention and I didn't hold a lot for a little while, in those bear markets. And
what do you mean you didn't get out ever? Like taking profits or selling or what?
oh no, I did. I mean, out. Like I always held something. I always had a little ETH or a little LTC or BTC somewhere. I just I think it was by late 2018. It was like ETH was like what $300 down to $300. So I was getting half a coin a month, and I wasn't even paying the electricity bill. So instead of thinking ahead, just turn the damn thing off. GPUs were still selling pretty hot, so I just liquidated it when I should have just turned it off instead of dismantling it. But I just didn't pay attention again. I let my partying get the best of me again. Had a few things to take care of. Be indisposed a little bit, But no, so that led me, yeah. I think some people might get that. But somewhere along the lines of about $48 LTC. I don't know why. I always had a thing for LTC. I figured like I could read that pretty well. I saw it get back down to like $43, and I got a bunch of friends and said, hey, let's go in on it. And we didn't quite sell the top at 400 with LTC, but we made a good amount of money, and we just kind of kept, we just kind of kept that investment thing going between friends, and again, I let my demons get the better of me. So
everybody's got demons, man.
Yeah, man. So I had to go away for a little while again, and right before it was August, I'm like, do I just let it ride or do I get rid of everything, right? Because I know what's coming up. I'm going to need money, etc. But I wound up selling my townhouse, my investment house, so that worked out real well. I didn't have to. I went in, I held, and I literally made like, because I had bought SHIB for no fucking reason other than I could buy 100 trillion of them, for a dollar a year ago, and I just held it through, and I come out and like SHIB, something happened, right? I think they burned half of them or whatever, but it was a good idea to hold all that, right? And I get out, and a lot of the people they've seen, they knew my fuck up, but they had seen my transformation. And a couple of guys that I respect a lot, and they've got more money than me. They turned me on to Hex and onboarded me. And I
What time was this with? Oh, sorry. Hey, hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody.
What's up, puppy?
What time was this? Like what period in Hex was this when you heard about it? Were you in before or?
No, I'd never heard of Hex. I had never heard of Richard Hart, but a buddy of mine contracted me for some IT work, and he had turned me on to it. And before you know it, like, because I did quite well for myself before, making a bunch of mistakes, and got a lot of blessings. So I came out with I got out on October 31st. I got out on Halloween, and I had every single bit of debt paid off except for the current mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
I had made, like 10 grand in crypto, and I had a sizable nest egg to build upon. And he introduced me to Hex. I got in right at the last second for the 10-to-1 PULSEX. And that's when I actually go back after, reading everything and learning the tokenomics of Hex and learning about PLS and PLSX. Then I get introduced to Richard Hart, and I'm like, I like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking guy is cool. But,
so how was it originally pitched to you? Like when your buddy told you about Hex, did he say like, oh, it's a certificate of deposit, it's trustless and mutable? How was it chilled to you?
Well, no, at the time, what made a lot of sense to me was its cheapness, and it was literally doing all the opposite shit of, because of Bitcoin, right? It was, we're pumping back up to 20 cents, right, in late January to February, and I'm watching, because we had already sold the top at Bitcoin and just watching it slowly fall, because I think I sold the second peak at 65. And he's like, it's literally the one that's decorrelated. It just keeps going up and up. And then I start learning about it, and I'm like,
now it's going down.
Yeah, right. But I'm upside down a lot on the Hex, but I trust it, so I just keep DCAing, and it's cool with me. Like, it's not even viral. I can't understand that Richard has only 250,000 followers, and like,
bro, last year when I started following him, like in May or March earlier, he had like 45,000.
What?
Tap, do you remember last year, Tap? Yeah, he wasn't even over 100K at that point, I don't think.
Yeah,
I
remember when I got in. I just got in this past July last year. Oh snap, it's been a year now. Yeah, last year he wasn't at 100K. Nope, he was fighting for 100K back then.
Yeah. So his metrics
He had
over the last year.
He had a check on his name either. He was fighting for that too. I remember we was all.
Well, he got the check the day Elon bought.
Very recent.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very. No, he got like 1 week after. It was like.
Nah, it was like literally the day. I think like the day that it was supposed to be final. Like, because Richard.
Oh, really?
Richard had tweeted something like it was just a coincidence, right? Because people were correlating the two, right? I'm sorry.
Well, while we were all DCAing this beautiful dip, Tap down there went on a friggin' cruise. So Tap, why don't you tell all us wrecked plebs about the little vacation you went on and how that was?
He looks like he's in an interrogation room. Like,
he's still
where are you
included. Nah, vacation was awesome, man. That vacation was awesome. If anybody's watching this, if you've never been on a cruise, highly recommend go on the cruise at least once in your life. It's definitely a blast. Make sure you go to one of the tropical islands. Get your all-exclusive, drinking all day. You're freaking drunk before 10 o'clock in the morning having eggs, bacon, and sausage. Got tanned up out there. Got darkened up. The freaking beaches, beautiful, clear blue water where you could see your feet in the water and crap, man. It was.
Where were you? Where was it again?
Norwegian cruise line to the Bahamas.
Oh, right on. That's sweet.
Yeah, we stopped at like 3 or 4 different cities.
That's cool. And you went with your
That's dope.
girlfriend, right?
I was with my girlfriend the whole time. Yep.
Nice.
Bro,
man.
sand to the beach.
Here on the beach. Yep. Laying back there getting tan, taking pictures. Oh, you want a picture, babe? Okay, I got you. All right, back to tan.
Did you guys do any sightseeing or anything, or is it more like you cruise in, you go see the city?
We did some
you come back?
sightseeing. We went to the capital city of Bahamas. I'm going to screw up this name. Somebody's going to correct me. Nassau.
Nassau.
Yeah, I
Nassau.
always
Wow,
miss the
yeah.
name. That was a dope city. Like a very more lively, congested type city. You're really with the locals. They had a lot of nice high-end boutiques type stores over there. So Hexicans, if you ever want to get some different high-end stuff, check out that city, tax-free over there. So
Bullish is laughing at you in chat, by the way. Nassau.
See, there you go.
Anyways, the more important question is how many onboards did you get? Let's get to the meat here.
You know what? The crew member on the ship was all so great. Like they was really on it. Like you'll be out on the top deck tanning, and you call them over and say, "Hey, can I get some drinks?" Yada yada. They bring it over to you. They give me my drinks. I give them a couple $1 tip. I slide a little hex card in there. I did that.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I did
awesome.
that several times.
That's sweet. I was thinking about with the stuff I said about golf a few weeks ago. I'm going golfing tomorrow. I got to order hex cards, and at every tee I go to, I'm going to put them in the ground. So everyone well, I can't. I have to do it at different times because eventually the guys that are behind me will keep seeing the same fucking business card every time. So it won't work. But
right. But nah, I actually got rid of all my cards when I was out there too, because I was just dropping them. I was dropping them in different parts of the Bahamas too, especially when I was in the city. It was just in different stores. I was just dropping them in random places. If anybody picks them up, they pick it up. And I wasn't even crazy about crypto, man. I literally turned my phone off. I just forgot about the whole world for a whole week.
Yeah, that's nice.
The idea.
Nice when you can do that.
I wasn't on no social media. It wasn't no point. I was just enjoying time with my girl, being out and about. You know what's funny? On the cruise line, I heard a couple people complaining how Bitcoin was down. I thought that was hilarious. I was just listening into the whole time, listening to the conversation, but they was very upset that Bitcoin was down, that they couldn't believe it. So that was funny. But other than
I
that,
wish you had jumped in. It would have been great if you jumped in.
Other than that, I was just getting tan and drunk and tan. That's all I was doing.
That's awesome, man. So would you go again? Another cruise?
I'm definitely gonna go again. As soon as Hex does his another 500X, I'm definitely going again.
I hope
we'll
I'm
go together, man.
As soon as Hex
gets
gets I'm out of here.
Might be a while.
Why are you so bearish, Dan? Why are you so bearish?
500X? I mean,
500X,
might be like 5 years, no?
So bearish, man. So bearish. It could
It
happen.
Usually it takes 700 days for 1,000X.
Oh, that's it?
Usually,
Oh, so I already did half the time. Okay, halfway there. Nice.
No, sorry. I think, average of I think it was 677X for CeeLo fucked it with like a 15, but you look at Binance, you look at AVAX, you look at Phantom, you look at 700 something average days.
You know what's funny? While I was out there, I was thinking the whole time, because I was on my phone, I was thinking the whole time, oh, Hex probably went down another 30%. Oh, we're probably down like 70%. I come back, I see Hex went up the whole week. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay. Way more often.
I was about to say, I'm going to get back on this boat. As soon as I got service off the boat, let's go. Let's go back.
Hex Harl's in chat. Fraud Aliens in chat. Hex Tex. What's up, everybody?
Y'all don't need me. It's cool.
So, David, what did you think of the community and all that stuff when you first got in? What were your first impressions once you got on the Twitter and all that?
It was a little bit of a weird dynamic for me because I left Twitter like 2-3 years ago because I rarely used it, didn't understand it, and whenever I would go on there, it was nothing but just vitriol. Literally 50% of the people bitching and arguing about their side and just fire up, out the mouth from the other side. Didn't matter what it was. You could say the fucking sky was blue and No, it's green because I saw this one article over here on the obscure part of the internet that told me it was green.
But I feel like the sky is red. Okay, my feelings matter, and I feel like the sky is red. So
today, it identifies as purple. Just so I left, and once.
Well, technically, we all identify as Hexicans, so like.
But once I got back on in January, it was. I kind of still joined it as me trying to promote me, right? And then I realized, hey, this is actually a really good community of people that are a fuck ton smarter than me and got a lot more time to delve into all the shit and minutia that I don't want to get into just yet, and I'm just slowly, saying my pieces, putting my stuff out there. And, I think I actually responded to one of Richard's posts, and he responded to me and followed me. And this was like within like 2 weeks of me getting back on Twitter and figuring a little bit out, right? And that just kind of brought a bunch of, new friendly faces and emojis, and memes and NFTs, but really brilliant people. And I like to surround myself with a lot smarter people than me, and I love that there's a certain esoteric feel about a lot of the banter and bullshit that we spit out. It's like, if you don't know certain things, you don't realize that this is an inside joke and not just straight fire, right? But it's been very welcoming. I love it. I love it.
What do you think of the drama like that?
What drama? I don't keep no drama in my life.
I don't either, man.
Right.
I don't either.
That's right.
I mean, trust me, I've got my thoughts and opinions just about on anybody and everybody that I can judge beyond their NFT, profile pic, and every story that I do see. I got my thoughts and I got my opinions, but I keep my fucking mouth shut because I cherish my energy and time far more than jumping into the middle of whatever side I don't care to be on. Right.
Yeah. You're right. You see it all the time. And like, I've had times where I've maybe tried to jump in to comment and it's just like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah. You know how many times I've just literally deleted. Yeah. I've spent 2 minutes thinking about it, crafting it very nicely and not super dickish. And then I'm like, I see this being 30 more minutes of my time if I hit send. And you're
essentially proofreading a tweet too, right? Yeah, like we're at the point of, should I say it like this? Should I say it like that? And it's not like
I've got too many characters.
Yeah. I'll start a thread, and then the thread gets even worse. So yeah, you got to be careful. But no, I see what you're saying. But it seems to have calmed down a lot as of late, which is nice.
Yeah, it's weird. Price going up helps that too, right?
But I say I came back. First of all, I just came back and I saw everybody on Twitter was kind of calm and cool. So I'm like, I wonder if the price is up. Then I checked on the charts, like, oh, okay, that's why everybody's chilling now. Because when I left, people was at each other's throat.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like, honestly, I did that a couple times today. I was back on Twitter today, and then I was looking at some threads. I was like, I want to say something, but it's not even worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your time, energy, and your peace at this point. Like, there's so much better things we could be doing with our time, even if it's whatever to somebody else. It's better spent somewhere else.
I would, have a better time plucking my eyebrows than getting in a Twitter argument.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like just the way things get taken out of context, because you can't, like, sarcasm doesn't come across. Like, I'm so sarcastic in real life.
Yeah.
And I think people have picked up on it on Twitter now, but if I was doing that when two people were going at it and you can see there's emotion involved, it's like, dude, it's not even worth it.
I know.
Because then
you got to learn how to use emojis so that you know that it's sarcasm.
I know. But it feels like our language is evolving.
Alien said, can someone highlight what Alien said? Time is better spent on the cruise ship.
Fuck.
Because I was looking at some of these tweets and I was ready to comment. I was like, I was just on the whole cruise. This doesn't even matter.
Speaking,
I was just saying it, man. This doesn't even matter, man.
Is it a bad thing to like want to buy a Rolex in the down market?
Nope.
You know, bear
It's on
markets
sale, isn't it?
aren't just good for stocks and crypto. You know, I got a nice collection of Jordan 4s now, a lot cheaper than they should have been.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I see you.
It's
Yeah,
amazing how much.
Like I would look for deals and ways to make money off of just virtually anything. You know, and in a bear market, like I said, it doesn't just apply to, you know, stocks and crypto. People are selling high dollar shit right now because they got to get rid of it. And you know that high dollar shit, like the snakeskin 4s that I got for half price, I know proof of weight.
Yeah.
You know, and a size 11, I know in 3-4 years you ain't gonna be able to find them.
Shit, that's my size. I can never find anything in my size. That's real shit. I can never find what I want in my size. Especially some Jordans. That's one reason why I stopped wearing them, because I can never just get them. I'm like, all right, this is pointless. I just might as well switch to a different brand.
All right, if I get 70 likes on the Rolex I threw up, I'll go buy it and wear it at PulseChain.
Call me Flipper, because that'd be
Let's
Flipper.
go.
Nice.
There you
Yeah,
go.
let's go. And you know,
Put that
it's
in
up
the
on
chat.
my
Put it in
it's
the
up on
chat.
my Twitter page right now. If I get 70 likes, I'll just go buy it.
Famous, how have things been going in the spaces, man?
I got 5 accounts, eh?
Dude, famous is up like 24 hours a day on the Twitter space.
I'm always on, man. I got like a personal hotspot thing. I got the phone for the bitches. I got the phone for the dough.
He's always in there, man. I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning and like there's
same with me. I'm
He's
up
locked.
at 3:45 and he's I see Twitter
on there. How's it going though, Famous? So you see more people have been coming in. Like, have you heard new voices you haven't heard before?
No,
Like
less.
that?
There's less people coming in. I guess it's because I think we just fucking shoved the ethos down people's throats, and people just get the point. Now it's just it's a delayed gratification time, right? It's like you have to delay your gratification. What does that mean? Well, you gotta wait for your sacrifice. What does that mean? Well, you gotta wait out your stakes. What does that mean? Well, you gotta DC it. Right now, it's the bear market. Anyone that has the experience that of more than 5 years in the game, understand, like, man, you make your money in the bear market. It's impossible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless you were the first person and you got it under, whatever, then, it doesn't really matter. You just keep buying and you hope that it's going to go more, because a lot of people makes me laugh. I used to hear them right at 10, 20 cents. Oh, if it goes down to 5 cents, if it goes down to even 10 cents, I'll fucking buy a bag.
I'm backing the truck up. I'm backing it up.
Yeah.
So
in 5 years, you're going to be like, if it goes down to $7, like I'm getting in.
Yeah. Oh, if it ever goes back, imagine it goes back to even $1. Personally, the way I see the ecosystem running, it's like more than just T-shares. It's your proof of receipt. It's the fact that you're in it and you have a position and you have this much and you've been, that's what's gonna grant you so much keys. Like, just like the same way that, like, if you had Bitcoin, well, you would have had all kinds of hex for free. If you would have had Bitcoin, you would have had all kinds of other coins for free, and you could have took them and done whatever you want with it. If you would have had Ethereum, you would have got all kinds of coins for free. If you interacted with the blockchain, you would have got coins for free. If you just would have had crypto, you would have got coins for free. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think the way it's going to work is if you delay your gratification in this community, you're going to get a lot of shit for free. So man,
And you gotta pay your dues up front too, right? With delayed gratification. I think people have to realize that. Like, if you're gonna be
yeah, what's funny is that in my earlier days in the summer is when I used to do a lot of action, right? Because in the summer was the time, you had to be, well, young and wild and free, right? So in the summer was, okay, we'll do this, and I was literally just going like this with the money, and just going like, okay, well, fuck it. And then in the last, I would say 3 years, every summer in crypto, I just lay back and I say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go.
don't even look. Just get your bag bigger.
I say, fuck it, what can I do? Perfect. And then somehow, some way in winter, I'm like, oh, nice, that was worth it, you know. So, um, yeah, it's just My big take is positioning. Right now, it's an awesome time. If imagine Pulse Chain would have came out, it's done. No more copies. Right now, you got to
Yeah.
bridge your asset. Right now, you got to figure out a way to get
You
your
can have
asset on
months.
Pulse Chain.
You can have months to accumulate copies now.
It's more copies. It's more copies. Yes, okay, the whales are getting have their chance too, but from what I've been seeing, some whales have been getting out of their position. Big players have been getting out of their position. Small players too. Don't get me wrong, but you see it. But big players have been getting in bigger positions, and no one really talks about that. I find everyone talks about the selling, but no one talks about the buying because there has been big buys,
Mhm.
a lot of buys. A lot of people have been clutching their limit orders. Remember, you could do a limit order on Matcha, and you could use
1
USDC wrap.
inch. I got them on
Yeah,
1 inch there.
1 inch also.
What do you guys?
I'm gonna have to try 1 inch because both three of my limits didn't fire on matcha in the last.
USDC? I'm presuming.
Yeah, because it won't let you do ETH.
No, it's because it's wrapped ETH.
because somebody's in front of
It's it's wrapped. It's wrapped ETH exactly.
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
wrapped ETH,
USDC.
yeah.
Everyone's being told to use it. So if you
Right.
use your wrapped ETH, it's and not only that. If you look at the chart, and I always talk about this chart, which is the hex wrapped ETH, there was a massive spike of hex against wrapped ETH. So I don't know.
What do you guys think
Yeah.
about all this liquidity being
Test it
pulled?
out. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit's
I
going
see
down.
a lot being added back at the same time. Like I've seen Hex whale buy quite a bit the last couple of days, right? But I've seen some weird ones, like you pull 810 million or something like that, or 8 million. Anyway, it was only like you removed it and then added 1,000 more back. Like it's confusing sometimes what these people are doing.
Responding to some guys in the chat, like, yeah, I just got off work for our family and stuff. I forgot to take my McDonald's hat off. I got to get into rich mode here, like throw the Louis Vuitton on,
Oh shit!
Did you guys see that tweet today that
He's on
Shilla
his
made
Richard
with?
vibes.
Yeah.
What tweet?
Shilla Defoe had a tweet today with he photoshopped Hodl Dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Pull it up.
Man.
Oh, that was like
Pull it
3-4 days ago, right? That was a good 12-hour meme of Hodl Dog getting murdered at McDonald's.
Was that a few days ago? Oh shit! I thought it was just today.
I thought it was
that was like 4 or 5 days ago, I think.
Bro,
Shit.
true
Yeah.
story though. Like I started my career in Montana when I moved. Like I was an executive assistant, like back in New York for a company I worked for. I literally started my first job at McDonald's when I moved out here to Montana 12, 13 years ago. Like literally, no job, no place to live, the whole bit. So,
Wow.
I literally did an interview at the local gas station that is prominent here in Montana, and but they wanted to move me out of where I'm at. I was gonna dox myself, but I don't give a shit. Bozeman, Montana, and so I'm like, no. And so like I walked out from the interview and I looked across the street, and there was this big yellow sign that said "Now hiring management." So I literally walked across the street, and 17 minutes later, after filling out a one-sheet piece of paper, I was like an assistant manager. So that was my culinary like shift from New York to Montana. I mean, don't be proud, people. Like whatever you do for the hustle, respect. I mean,
McDonald's taught me a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. McDonald's
One of my first jobs was at McDonald's,
and it taught me how to like just work. You gotta work all the time. You want to make money. Shit, just has to roll. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't have minded being a fucking manager because managers, I think at the time when
when I was my age, you could own one if you were a manager. That was one of the requirements.
Well,
I would have loved to own a fucking McDonald's. Fuck
respect
that.
to Jeff and his wife out here. They own 5 chains.
200 people.
They had their father owned chains in California, so
I could have bought it with the vice president, fucking Canada, McDonald's. The guy fucking did OZ. Anyways, he played hockey with his son in the shop. So.
Hey, I wanted to.
I'm actually thinking about that. I may do that just for fun. Maybe I should go back to McDonald's
because they're into real estate. They're into real estate.
That's what they're
McDonald's
really about. McDonald's is a real estate company more than a burger company.
But you make money with them. No.
But they have the most amazing breakfast, though. They still do. I love McDonald's.
They do have a great breakfast.
I'm doing that prosperity project thing. I'm like, maybe I'll do that. Guess what? Like, guys, I'll just go do it because even if it's only for 6 months, it'll be for fun. 6-8 months or something like that.
Well, I'll share this. I'll share this story with you guys because what you guys just talked about, like how important work is and all that stuff, and putting your time in. Last couple of years, I was working the job I'm at still now, where I was traveling a lot and doing 14 hours a day just to make as much money as possible.
Right.
I just bid back to that job again, so I should be I'll be on the road a bit because I made a decision with the way the bear market is right now and me knowing more about crypto than I did before. I'm going to put the time in as long as it takes. I'm going to be going back and doing the 8 days, working for 8 days, 14 hours a day, 5 hours overtime every day, and just DCAing my ass off as much as I can.
Stop golfing, man.
Oh, no, I'm not
Back to work.
I'm not stopping golfing. You have to kill me for that. The point is, when this came up and I saw the Hex price, Hex is right around where I originally bought in, right? And so obviously with this opportunity again, it's fuck, I can't miss up. I can't miss it again. Right. So if the job's there, go ahead.
You're going back in time. It's as if you're going back in time.
It's just look at the world today. Look at inflation. Look at your dollars being diluted to shit. And here I have an opportunity to go out. I love the job. I love the guys that I work with. I'm on the road a lot, but you got to make hay while the sun shines, right? Especially in this. And the market the way it is right now. So if I can make an extra X amount every 2 weeks and put some of that into Hex all the time, it's a no-brainer. Once it came up, I told the wife, I was like, I have to do this. I can't not. It's right there. So that's what I'll be doing. But I just wanted to touch on that when they mentioned working at McDonald's. Any job is good. Let's get that out of the way, right? You need to work, and you need you have to do it. You need to know what a dollar's worth. The best lesson I ever got was when I got kicked out of university, and then my parents, when I came home, they're like, "All right, well, we're not paying for you anymore."
Yeah, if you're not going to school, we're not paying for you.
Yeah. No, it was you want to go back to school, you pay for it yourself. I was like, all right. And then that summer, I went and got a landscaping job, and I realized what actual physical labor was, getting up at 5 a.m. And then summer, and you guys know if you ever done landscaping, you work all day because you only seasonal, right? It's seasonal. I love it. But you learn so much more there when you're making your own way. It's amazing. And Hex is great for that because we're just teaching people like what I said earlier about you got to pay your dues up front. Well, you do, because if you want to see any actual yield over time, you're going to have to set those stakes out. And then once those stakes start coming to you, then it's kind of a cyclical thing, get yourself in a good position, pay your dues, however many years it takes, get those staking letters coming. And that passive income will start rolling in. Yeah, you gotta have to remember.
Especially if you got in around November or January. It's you're paying your dues for sure. Because if you're still around after, I think I first bought in at 20 cents. I think my average now is 8. So I've been doing well. I certainly wish I would have had, I would have only started with maybe 25% at 20 cents and got the 75% down at, 3.5, 5 cents. But we're putting our dues in, right? If we're still around, then we're in it for the long haul and we trust the product, right?
Well, everything I have now is just everything.
Exactly. Let me go out and piggyback off of Morgan. See, myself, I got in at 7 cents, and we've been down at this dip I lined myself an interview at McDonald's this Friday, actually.
Did you really?
No, real shit. I was going to announce it like in the middle of this week, something like that. But since you're talking about it, I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well say it too. Yeah, I got an interview at McDonald's this Friday. I had it set up before I left. I told my girlfriend over the vacation too. And I explained to her, like, yo, like the price is lower than what I got in. And I have free time. Like I can do this if I wanted to. I'm not going, be at this all day. I'm gonna do a little 3-4. I'm just do, whatever shift I'm comfortable with, Ain't nobody forcing my hand, ain't nobody twisting my finger for this. I'm gonna do what I'm comfortable with, get my little bit of money, be able to throw that into Hex, and then just keep it just going, keep moving.
And then, the 10 years down the line, man, you're gonna look back at that shit. If you're with your girlfriend or whatever, you're gonna be like, "Can you remember that? Remember after that fucking cruise, and I went back and worked at McDonald's for extra money to buy more Hex? Like, look at us now." People keep forgetting that. Like, you're gonna be somewhere in the future, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
there is a future, and like,
yeah, you're gonna wake up one day and be like, "Oh, how did I get here? We got here so fast." Like, but it's coming. You got to plan for that shit.
It's already July 2022. I got in July 2021, and I thought to myself, I remember when I made my first steak. My first test steak was like for a year, and that's almost up soon. I thought to myself, man, what's going to happen in a year? That's going to take forever. I ain't never going to see that. Yada yada. Look, we're already here.
Yep,
we're already here. I came back from a freaking cruise. I went to the freaking Hex meetup in Vegas. I went to the joint in Philly. All this commotions has happened in just that 365 days. But who the heck knows what's going to happen further on and further on? So the future, it could be tomorrow, but sometimes it's just really now.
Dan, if you're here, highlight Cashew's comment there. Hold on, Cashew. Is Dan still there? Danny boy?
Maybe. I think the private chat had come up and was like, "You guys got it."
Oh, that was BRB a long time ago. Anyways, yeah, Cat
got it.
Yeah, Cashew in chat says, "I own a successful business and I took on an evening part-time job to play this bear market properly. Hex is the way. I am accumulating more." Thomas Turner, I've averaged up the disclaimer. Yeah, man, like that's exciting though. Like it's the people that are seeing this as an opportunity. And I know it sucks because there's got to be so many people there that are just wrecked right now, like not just in Hex, but all around, right? And to be able to say to them, like, this is where you make your money, though, truly.
Yeah.
Right. Like really it's hard if you've been, it's hard if you've been buying from the top, but if you can just get that aside, like my one buddy, I had him over for dinner the other night. He got wrecked on Luna, and I remember him asking me a few months ago if I was buying any of it. I'm like, no, man, I don't have any of that stuff. I had a little bit of Cardano at one point. I dumped it all. I had some Bitcoin. I dumped it all. And this is all last year. I put everything into Hex. All the stuff I had, I went into Hex. And he's just feeling so down because when he bought Cardano, it was like, what was the all-time high of Cardano? $3.50 or something. He bought it around $3. You know?
Oh, he bought my oysters.
He bought mine too. So it just sucks to see him that way because like with something with Luna, right? It's not like Hex will recover from a 93% drop. But Luna ain't coming back. Like who knows, right? You never know. But just the fact that it went down like 98% overnight or whatever it was over a few days. It's like he just feels that that's just gone. But if you can kind of recalibrate, take the emotion out of it, set it up where you can dollar cost the shit that you want to. Fuck, you put it back up. Dan, you got to stop putting that shit up, man.
But here's another thing about Luna, not even it, dropping how many crazy percentages it dropped. You got the scrutiny of your founder and all that now hazing over your investment. Hex, we dropped 90%, but ain't shit changed. Code's still the same. Richard's still richer. He's just dressing up more. Whatever with the costumes, whatever. But everything's still copacetic over here. Like the train is still moving, even though Hex is down.
People got to remember, like for as much as people hate the outrage marketing, I totally get it where you're coming from. How many big bags dumped out because of that, and they're gone now?
It's been
like you have to imagine there's got to be a few people that don't like what Richard's doing and just decided to sell.
And that's so crazy to me that you really going to decide this big amount of money and potential money all because how you feel another man dress. But okay, that's how people live. I can't speak on that.
Speaking of how people live, what did you guys see this shit with Mashinsky?
I was just about to say, did you guys hear that he
Was
got
he trying to
busted?
leave the country?
Yeah, he was trying
Oh,
to
what happened?
bail.
Oh yeah, he
Trying
was
to
trying
dip out.
yeah, he was trying to leave. And
Yeah, like
Morristown Airport,
days.
Morristown Airport in New Jersey.
what's that, Tap? Sorry.
I read
He was
the
trying to leave. He was trying to leave at the Morristown Airport
Morristown,
in
yeah.
New Jersey. That's it.
Like, how does that not just scream, I'm fucking guilty, man. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
out of here.
Had the nerve to call Hex a scam. Had the
Richard-
nerve.
Yeah. Well, look, everything around us is getting fucking wrecked with that
Everything.
stuff.
Yo,
Parties,
yo.
man.
Real quick, I come back to work this morning. I go on my computer. You know, you see like the random news articles that pops up. You know, the topic of the day. Back to back, 3 different articles about how crypto is a scam, 8 ways to not get scammed, and some dude who lost like $80,000 in Bitcoin. Just back to back to back. And I was just looking, I'm like, damn, everyone is fucked out here. Like, no,
Right, but
everyone is doing bad.
read between the lines too, right? Because if at these types of prices, if I had a lot of fiat ready to dump into something, I'd be trying to scare people away too.
Right, right. And I was thinking
Because
about
I'd
that.
be like,
too,
you don't want to buy this. You don't want to buy
man.
Hex at 3 cents.
No one's scaring no one.
It's
man.
going to zero. You should
Like,
get out.
Bitcoin's at 20,000. So from 7 to 2, that's what. That's like a 70% drop. Like, come on, like everyone in the market is shitting bricks. Come on.
Oh, I thought you said they
70%
weren't
of the-
scared.
No, like everyone's shitting bricks. Like, we're not shitting bricks because we're
No.
like, we understand our ethos, our whole plan is that right now this is what we wanted. We wanted to buy this. That's why
Yeah.
that's why you hear the big boys complain and the small people are happy
Yeah.
in our community. It's all you hear is the complainers are the big people. Always have something
Actually,
to say. Always.
That's funny.
There's
That's
always
funny you say
something.
that.
There's always something. Shut the fuck up and let the good little people get something, man. You know what I mean? It's human greed, bro. You know, they always got something to say. Oh, yeah.
Everyone always has something to say. True, but yeah, you're right, man. Like I'm pumped at these levels. It sucks to see because I have onboards that bought at 40 cents. I have some that bought at 30 cents. And now I'm just like, hey, you're
That's
buying
good that
Hex,
they're still
right?
there. They're very rare. People that are like, there's a lot of people that bought that and they're not here anymore. And that's
Well,
what
I
I'm
made them.
hearing.
I made them stake though. Like they don't have a choice. Well, they have a choice. They could end stake, but
Did you guys see this?
yeah.
Nice.
That's great timing too, Dan.
Yeah,
Great
No,
timing.
because when I was on the cruise, this dude said, "No, Bitcoin, fuck me, bro. Bitcoin really fucked me."
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh,
shit. I'm out of here. Rags is here. I'm like,
Rags.
What's that? Nice shades, man.
What's going on?
These fucking vipers, baby.
I thought you had your own show going on, Rags. I saw you had a show going on. You still alive?
Yeah,
or?
but I'm a man of my word, and I said I'd come in here, so here we are.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I'm
ruined.
just kidding. I don't
Well,
give a damn.
we're just
about
wrapping
y'all.
up for the night. We're wrapping up. So
Yeah, right.
Oh, Rags.
Yeah, peace out, bro.
Rags, if you want to, make an account and just connect your YouTube so you can
Yeah.
continue on your YouTube. You
Oh,
could literally
really?
like.
Yeah, I don't think he wants this on his channel. Yeah, do it, Max. Yeah.
No, hold on. I had
Oh, yeah.
thoughts, and I had trap gravity. On my
Oh, the
channel.
smile.
there goes the hood.
Oh, you're gonna have Famous pass out on his couch I'm passing out right here, guys. I got my say. Oh, yo,
Yeah,
this is
nobody's
what I wanted to
passed
show
out
you.
yet.
Where's Bola? Because I got him right here, man. Like, check this out. It says Bola. They're
Ebola.
called Bolas. I got the Hex Bolas.
I think he's been working a lot lately. He's been kind of
With the
MIA.
chocolate, too. Oh, yeah, he's working.
shit. What were we talking
That's
about
true,
there
it's
before
early.
Rags interrupted us? For?
We were talking about Mashinsky trying to dip out because he's a greedy fucking prick scum.
Yeah. What are your
And you
thoughts on
know
all this
what?
stuff,
I'm gonna
Rags?
keep on complaining about this. Y'all know I was in Twitter jail because I called that dickhead a hoe. I'm sorry. That upsets me sometimes. I'm like, I really got in Twitter jail because of
Well,
that. But you out here really scamming
specify
people.
which dickhead.
Okay.
You got to specify now which dickhead because there's a bunch of them.
Right. I mean, there's
Celsius dude.
Machinsky or whatever his name is.
Quan.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Machinsky, yeah, him.
Anything that supports the flag gets fucked.
There was whispers of BlockFi possibly kind of losing their shit.
Yeah, watch Voyager next. Then you're gonna get
Voyager was issued a non-payment order, so they defaulted on $350 million today.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I told you.
And then Celsius, guess it's on made headlines. I reported it earlier, and then Goldman Sachs is going to snatch up all the Celsius assets. So it sounds like to me that they've been eyeballing this play for a long time, like people that have bigger bags than Celsius, just to freaking wreck them, short them, and then pick their stuff up at like 80% off. I think all this is coordinated. It seems very coordinated. The news articles are coordinated. And here's one thing to back that up. You know, with Luna, like I think they were trying to destabilize all the stable coins in the space. Well, Luna got wrecked, and it was all over the news. But you look at Tron, and you look at their stable, and they have been depegged for 14 days, and you don't hear shit about it. So that tells me that there was a motive behind Luna. That's why it was so visible, in my opinion.
Well, Luna was very active. The thing is that in your media, Tron is not US. Like no one in the US uses Tron. It's very Asian. It's very, very Asian. The Asian community around Tron, and it's
Justin Sun's thing, right?
Yeah. And
so they've spent $4 billion to shore that thing up in 14 days. $4 billion.
But there's always been problems in the Asian market. Always. There's the nulls. The nulls got hacked for I don't know how much. No one heard anything about it. Fucking, there's so many protocols in Asia, and you don't hear about them because no one really talks about it.
Yeah,
it's because of the media. It's North American shit, right?
Everybody on Pornhub is sad.
Imagine when Verge was supposed to be like the crypto payment for all fucking porn.
Verge. Oh shit, you're
Verge.
right.
Oh my.
Dang.
I remember that shit, man.
XVG.
Yeah. Verge of collapse.
Yeah.
Long time.
So Rags, if they want to bail out Celsius, why would Mashinsky try to be skipping town?
Because he's trying to. I think he's trying to. Here's what happens. Here's what happens when big like crypto bureaucracies or government bureaucracies. People that fucked up always get promoted.
Yeah.
That's what happens in bureaucracy. It's a weird freaking thing. And I think it's because they know too much. So everybody wants to keep them as an insider in the industry to not release secrets and stuff. So I think what he's doing now is at least salvaging his reputation in such a way that he can say, look, I tried my best. I even sold. I got all y'all's money back. And it's okay because now I'm going to go be picked up at so-and-so finance. I think that's the angle here. I think that's
he could have shorted it himself, though.
Exactly, dude.
Exactly. Made the money and said, you know what? Oh, sorry.
I don't know because people that fuck up in crypto, they just get fined and they make a massive payment. They don't go to jail, right?
They fork. They're billionaires.
And so Mashinsky getting out tells me he might not want to go to jail. You know.
Here's a question. Here's a quick question for the panel here. Do you guys use something else besides Coinbase to on-ramp? From Crypto.com. Is this from Dougie? I use Crypto.com. What do you guys use?
Staker app because it's so simple for the average user. I know fees-wise, it's probably not the best out of all the choices, but if I'm getting a noob in there who don't even know what stocks are, the Staker app will be a nice go-to.
So I've got Coinbase, I've got crypto, I've got Kraken. I just fucking loathe Coinbase. So
me too.
They're literally in and out if I need to for some reason. The same with all the exchanges are just in and out for the most part now, right? Might hold a little bit of USDC in because that's the one I do trust, right? I honestly thought it was backed by the dollar for a long time. I thought it was literally $1. Like that's how it worked. I just, if I'm onboarding a new person, especially if it's a low dollar amount, it's literally MoonPay right within MetaMask. That simple.
Yeah.
I've been
What's
sending people
Hochschild's
some HSIs.
profile photo?
Thoughts?
What's the
Is that
photo?
thoughts?
Let's go. What's up, Touchdown? Yo, let's give
He's
him a
been
greeting.
working
Yo,
out.
what's up, Touchdown? What's
I
up,
can't-
Touchdown? Welcome to
Can't
the worst
tell if
crypto
that's a
show
ball
ever, man.
sack or.
What?
One got a fork deck over there.
Oh, that's a hand.
That's
Is that a
it.
hand?
He's trying.
Okay.
Yo,
It's a little-
famous.
I've never
Little
seen a fork
curve.
game before.
What?
Yo, famous. Pass it.
So let's what do you boys think with all these companies getting wrecked and all these people's assets being frozen? Do you guys foresee like maybe a ripple effect into the crypto community about how important self-custody is, or do you think people just bury their heads in the sand and same old going forward?
People burying their head in the sand, same old. They're gonna keep getting themselves wrecked because nobody wants to learn from their mistakes. Everybody's already a genius.
The
Can't tell
people
me.
that are learning their mistakes right now are the people that are going to be selling to the same dumbasses that are going to give their keys away some other way, right? So all these companies that are going underwater, they're going to be rebuilt in somehow, some fashion. The money's not going anywhere. It's just exchanging hands right now, right?
Luna 2.0. They're making that.
And then they'll come up with a different way to get your keys, right?
I really think it's all y'all guys' problems, man. Because it's like right now. I by the way, Hex Morgan, I gotta tell you something because you're Canadian, right? So I've been getting dicked. I'm getting emails left and right saying shit's getting stopped, Bittrex, boom, boom, this, Binance stopped completely. Things were getting stopped. I changed my proof of address. Bro, you know how free I am now? Binance is like a whole different world. It's like a whole new world. Bro, you could
A dazzling place.
Amazon. I could use it.
Never knew. No
I'll
one
show
to
you right
tell
now.
us
Pull out the
no.
list. What do we
Oh,
got?
where to
Amazon,
go?
Sephora.
This is not a musical.
I'll show
Come
you.
here, boys.
I'm not gonna show you. Give me a
We're
second.
gonna sing. I can show you the world.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
you
It
got them
just
going. Jesus.
my limits got higher. I'm able to like purchase things and like get vouchers for everything I need to buy, like Bitrafil. Come here. It says first of all, because now I'm in Portugal, so I could get hotels.com, IKEA, there's Amazon, there's like all these companies. I get everything: hotel, Steam, PUBG, Uber Eats, Vodafone, IKEA. I could get gas, H&M, Nintendo, PlayStation, Adidas, Decathlon because of where I am, Skype. There's fucking Netflix,
Can you
Okay,
buy
a lot of
groceries with
stuff.
it?
Foot Locker, Sephora,
Can you buy groceries with it?
Fortnite. Fuck.
We get it. It's a
Um,
lot. Keep scrolling.
Not groceries, but you could get Amazon. Amazon, man, what the fuck you want more, bro? You could use your crypto to do that. You could use the platform, and it's just smart. It's just awesome. And I have a virtual card, so I have a virtual Binance card with cashback and BNB.
We had a story here in Hamilton a few weeks ago. I'd saying some kid here, some young 20-year-old, scammed a shit ton of people for like $100 million. I don't know if you guys saw that where you are, but they said now he's being banned from crypto. And I'm trying to think, like, I don't know how they're going to enforce that.
What?
Cat.
What are they
Well, that's
going
what
to
I
do?
mean.
The
Ban
fuck?
him from the phone and electricity?
I was reading it. It's like, young man who stole $100 million of the crypto is banned. You're banned from crypto. I'm like, well, maybe he's banned from that specific exchange, like if he sent it to that address or whatever, but he ain't banned from crypto.
Well, no, his KYC is banned.
Yeah.
His KYC will probably be banned. All his addresses that are related to his KYCs will be
With his
probably
private wallet, he'll be fine.
No, they can't even do that. I'm sorry, I take that back. Like, what power do they have? It'll just be with the exchanges. You can't even stop them in different countries, just like they can't stop me right now. They were stopping because of my location. But now I just changed my proof of address, not my residency. I still didn't put in my European passport. I just changed my proof of address.
Crypto.com's got something
It changed
similar.
everything. So maybe that's the problem for everyone in a certain location where they're like, I can't do shit. And then they leave their location. They're like, I still can't do shit. But it's because of the proof of address, because of that KYC. So maybe if people were to figure out a way to change their proof of address, maybe that would change how they use crypto.
I
Because
think
it just
that'll
changed.
work
I
in
didn't
most
realize.
spots. Sorry for cutting you off. I think that would work for most spots, but some actually block shit by region and IP, right? Like
VPN.
yeah,
Get around that.
but
That's easy. That's easy fixable.
But
It's
the
more
on
the proof of
ramps,
address.
the US on ramps also know the laws, right? So, like, I got a buddy of mine who's probably gonna PayPal me some money, right? Because he's in Hawaii. He literally can't do anything. He can't open an account anywhere, even if he was to able to circumvent their, internet quote unquote policies, right? He's not able because he lives in Hawaii. He can't do shit. Even though it's US, Hawaii's like, nope. It's weird.
So are we going to see more regulation in the next little while with all this bullshit going on?
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That's coming. That's coming hard too.
Yeah.
Exactly how much and what they plan on doing is, I think they want to look like they're doing something, but I don't think they really want to do something because I actually live here. I live in this town in DC, and I've been here, and I understand how it operates, and I know a lot of people that actually hold positions in certain spots. These guys got crypto themselves, so whether they want to appear like they're cool with it for their constituents or against it for their constituents, I think a lot of them are favorable to it because they hold it, or they, sailored it up and bought the top and they have to favor it so that they can get back to, even. Now, DeFi is a different story. I'm not sure where they could really 86 DeFi other than at a Verizon level, like ISP level.
It's the stable coins is where they're going to attack DeFi. The Biden administration released an executive order about 10 months ago for all the agencies to create a plan to create a stable coin. So the Federal Reserve has been working with MIT right now to create a stable coin, programmable money for the government. And given that 80% of DeFi transactions are stable coins, I think that's why you're seeing such an attack on stables right now. They're going to try to delegitimize the stables that we have privately. And they're going to try to replace it with this government, the Nazi crazy fucking
90% of whatever survives. 90% of whatever survives is going to have to be part of some angle with the government. VeChain, like logistics, right? Algorand, those guys were in the most extensive Genesis conversations with the federal U.S. government to provide the skeleton for this abortion of a CBDC that they're trying to bring to.
Well, but the government has Bitfinex too under their ball sack. They've always had Bitfinex under their ball sack. Always.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, Japan or not, if you think the United States at the end of the day does not control those Mt. Gox Satoshi coins, you're fucking crazy.
There's actually
they say it's 43% of it, but it's a rumor, because at the end of the day, everyone has to understand this: USDT is not US. Your money is not in that. You think it's in that, but it's not. It's just a representation of how much people had to pay in order to receive that coin. But it's mostly Asian. To be honest with you, the Tether network is Asian. I don't give a shit what anyone said. It's always been that. And they've been the biggest pools. They've been They have the biggest Wix dumps ever. And like, you could thank BitBoy Crypto for always exposing them. That's probably the only thing that guy did ever, in my opinion, was exposing those cocksuckers on a regular basis every fucking day when they would dump, and you would see it. and it was something that everyone knew. It was like, get ready, hash rate's up, they're gonna dump, and it was always 8. Remember when China banned it? How shit just went like.
Yeah, which time?
It was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, everything became unbalanced. It was like no more like, it was just like a free for all for just everyone, just like saying like chickens with no heads, just like going everywhere. And it's still like that. And stable coins, I hate stable coins. I hate DAOs. And I really do think that
You got any cult on you?
No chance. Not really. I'm right now. I know what my plan is, and my plan is to get my copies, and then from my copies, I'll go into whatever is good because everything is because of Hex and because of our ecosystem. It's everything's early, regardless of what they are. Nothing's gonna go better than what the ecosystem is gonna do if they're in it, right? It's like you can't outdo ETH in its own ecosystem. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So it's like, who's gonna think they're gonna outdo Hex in its own ecosystem? It just, to me, it doesn't make sense when it's the actual store of value for the transactional and the swappable coin. So it's just not. It's not gonna happen. It never happens like that. I don't give a shit what people say.
So how you guys doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thoughts, man. What's up, man? How you been, Chief?
Tap's my OG up in this room because I heard you talking about Philly, and that's something I was so happy to meet you at, man, face to face. I got a lot of Hexicans I'm near and dear with, but only so many can I say I've actually, pressed the flesh. And you're one I've fucking seen, bro, standing right in front of me. So you've been like a rocket since that very day, man. Your presence and involvement in this community, Tap. I take my hat off to you.
I appreciate it. It has been a wild ride ever since that meetup. It's been a wild ride.
And you never know what the effect of these things is going to be, right? Because at the time, I mean, I used to be as an artist, I got fed up with promoters. So then I tried my hand at fucking promoting, right? Fuck promoting. Promoting sucks. I am not down with it, man. Trying to twist people's arms to fucking come the fuck out. So I was really stressing, because I really put my ass on the line with Crypto Sportbook and Rainmaker and Tony and all them guys. I'm like, I don't care how you slice it, motherfuckers. You cannot say you're doing the penultimate United States tour and not stop in the city where the motherfucker was founded. So if you come here,
the nation's first capital,
I will represent. Well, Tap, I don't know if you remember, but we got fucking demolished by the flu or whatever, wave 10 of that thing that's been going around. We must have had like 20 RSVPs that just weren't coming. So I'm sitting there like biting my fingernails. Now, here's the thing. We did get 25 people, and I met people that I would have never met otherwise, who I'm still speaking, to today. And even our connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more tangible, tactile, and real because of that thing. So 25 people who were impacted and are real ass Hexicans going forward.
Yeah.
Goddamn, like success, right? All day.
Thoughts.
Yo.
What's up, dude?
Who is that?
This Rags to Riches. Have you heard of me before?
No. When I got the advice that I was supposed to not like, subscribe, or even interact with you, I kind of went on other things.
I met you in the flesh at that mansion party, bro. You're
yes. Oh my God, I gotta find those pictures.
Y'all ain't even seen it.
Yeah, we talk about it, but I never showed it to anybody. I got the Rags Lost Child picture up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I got it. I'll
pull it up.
to you.
I'm still mad that I missed that party. I was literally just on my
You were on the airstrip. I'm texting you like I'm almost there. You're like, I'm leaving.
Like, I'm at the airport, bro. I'm about to get on the plane right now.
I gotta go make my cruise.
So Tap, y'all are in Filthy?
Yeah, I'm over in Philly. I'm in Philly right now.
I'm just a couple hours out. Y'all lost Bryce Harper for the year?
Oh yeah. Man, they upset about that. I'm not into sports too much myself, but trust me, when shit happens in sports, the ripple effect gets around easy.
But Philly fans are very reasonable people.
Tap's a big Ben Simmons. An excuse to flip over a car, man. Shit.
They threw batteries at Santa, bro.
Yo, do y'all remember that nice robot that was touring the country that started in Canada? and it got to
Dude.
Philly.
I love this story.
Wait, what?
Who? What started in Canada?
Thoughts, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do, and leave it to Philly is where the story's gonna end. But go ahead.
All right. So, from my understanding, it was some college project somewhere in Canada. They built this random robot to be like this kind robot. Give this robot a hug.
Giving love.
Take a selfie with this robot.
Right? Yeah.
His name's Trudeau, Tap.
Huh?
That fucking robot you're talking about is Trudeau. That's the robot.
But it was like a little playful little robot. It went from
Playful,
city to
you said.
city to state to state. Everyone takes pictures with it. It was supposed to be a project showing love within humanity.
Love robot, yeah.
You know how we all come together, okay?
Then he comes to Philly. Then he comes to Philly.
From all the way from California to Philly, we fuck it up. We tore his limbs off, tore his heads off, tore the insides apart. We took
not disassemble Johnny 5.
Hey, does the Phillies have an actual court in the stadium, or is that the?
That was the old Eagles Stadium.
Yes,
they had a literal.
Legit. That was legit.
That's
amazing. Can you blame the tour for not wanting to go to Philly? I mean,
you know what? Them motherfuckers tried this excuse on me, and they said when they first came back, they were surprised that somebody was taking umbrage with this. And you know how I am, so they're like, well, we were kind of concerned about the high-end vehicles and possibility of snow. Yeah, that's it. And I'm looking at the thing, and I'm going, fucking DC, fucking New York. I'm like, nah, that's not going to fly, my brother. Like, can you do a little better?
They went to Albany.
And they were like, yeah, oversight. We admit it. Can you do it? I said, yeah, I got some connections. Let's do it.
It was a nice setup, too. It was a nice bar it was at, too.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out, Tap. That is one of my onboards, like Lee Mages, man. Now, that motherfucker is a cowboy, like a legendary Philadelphian.
I took my girlfriend to that restaurant a couple weeks later, and she loved the place.
Good. Yeah, that's his joint, man. And that was like Cracktown up there. You know all about Gerard.
Yep.
Yeah, like for years, that was just Crackville. And he's one of those guys that just went in there with blood, sweat, and tears and just carved that fucking place out. And now it's like, what, like a 99 out of 100 on that Zagar restaurant ratings. And,
you know,
that
whole place got a transformation, man.
Yes, it did.
It's crazy.
Yes, it did.
But yeah,
but he donated that to us, right? Because that's what Hex, you know, that's what Hexicans, that's how Hexicans are. That's what we do. Like, I got the man into this, and he's already made a success out of himself, 18 Ways to Sunday. But he takes a grip, okay, of filthy fiat, throws it up in that motherfucker, and guess what? He took my advice right after I got my 8/10 of a penny bag, and that motherfucker wicked up to what, 56 cents while this onboard of mine's holding it. He's like, man, you could use my restaurant any fucking day you want, son. Go Hex. Thank you, Richard Hart.
But other than that motor story, please don't send no humanitarian hugging robot to Philly, because it will not. Just skip us. Just move on.
You know what?
Look, you know how they say dogs smell fear, right? Man, Philly can smell even an inkling of fake, false, pretentious, entitled. If we smell entitlement on you in Philly, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Over.
You're done.
I'm good with Philly. Just send me a cheesesteak.
I got you, Phil. I got you on the cheesesteak.
Oh yeah, that'll be delicious after 48 hours in the mail, man.
Hey, you can drive it down here. It's only 2 hours away.
Where are you?
DC. He in DC.
Right
now get the fuck out of here. Yeah. We got Ginger down in Virginia, and I'm right across the border north. Like, goddamn, guys, I think it behooves us to get some kind of meetup going. We could get a damn crypto show, rags to riches, Thawchild's mission triplicate kind of meetup community thing this summer. What do you think, guys?
Dude. I'm trying not. I don't want to get beat up by the feminists in DC right now, so I'm just going to stay out of there.
We got our own girl.
Nah,
we'll bring our
girl.
girl.
Definitely not coming back to North America, but
I won't hit a woman, but I know a lot of women who will hit a woman.
I know a lot of women that will hit a woman. Yo, that's a lot.
That was the Chris Rock. I never, ever hit a woman.
But
I'll sure shake the shit out of a woman. We ain't having this conversation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not the shake.
Oh, I can scarcely believe it. Let me pinch myself. I'm on the worst damn crypto show. Finally. Yeah.
Congratulations, you made it.
What's the other name for this is all global participants who have ever interfaced with the hexcontract.com show, something like that.
Basically.
Right. Well, I look, and if I see 300,000 windows open when I get ready to come on stream, like it might be a little crowded today. Let me wait until they only have like 80K people on there.
And 80K, that'd be a lot.
Shit, it feels like we be having 80K. Shout out to everyone who be hopping on, man. David, Rags, Thoughts, freaking Wells Only, Marco, Johnny, Wendy's.
Wales. I'll never get that. I still forgot to call him out on that because I don't know if y'all noticed, but like I'll meet him back now with whatever he's dishing out. When I got in with Wales the first 10 times we streamed together, I was very deferential. Whatever Wales said, that's how shit was. Get to know him a little better, see that my man has a tendency to give the counter view just for its own sake sometimes. So now I come back at him. Sometimes I give him enough rope to yoke himself, like when he said Estonia wasn't in Eastern Europe and irredeemable or irreversible isn't even a word. So I had to let him do himself on that one. But the worst damn crypto show, I'll tell you what, it's an enigma because when you guys were starting out, I was begging him. I said, do you know how much DAP, how much velocity you would lend those young men if you would just come with me on that stream? I said, man, the fuck out of here, man. I ain't got time for that shit. Look what they call themselves. How they ever going to do any good? Look what they call themselves. Goddamn. I fucking go on the fucking thing next week. Who's on the damn crypto show? All right, whatever.
He saw the light.
We might see him now. He might have heard that. He's getting a little
His worldview changed.
Like somebody's talking about, oh, it's lost child.
Who said that? His worldview changed.
You got to update your worldview.
It does happen in real time with Wales.
We should
in real time.
We should ask the man himself, Dan. Dan came up with the name. This show was Dan's idea. How'd you come up with the name, Dan?
I used to watch the best damn sports show period back in the day, so I thought it'd be a good name, but I don't know if it is or not.
It's a great name. I love it.
It has a ring to it.
People
kind of
seem to remember
now, right?
Dude, that was a great show. That was a great show back in the day. Who was that?
John Sally. I don't remember. I remember John Sally.
Dan, are my levels okay? Dan and everything else cool?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, cool.
I think Wales is behind you. Turn around. It really is a perfect name because we're by no means experts. We know a little bit, but we like to have everybody come on. We don't give a shit who it is. If they know about crypto, they don't know about crypto. Just come on. Like, we're all hexicans here. I guess we're going to be more than that when Pulse releases. But anybody's open for coming on.
That's a topic that's been coming up.
I can't wait for someone to talk shit on this show, man. I can't wait for someone to talk shit on this show. I'm gonna let them have it so good, bro. I'm all worried.
Oh, Famous! I can't wait to get you up on my thing, man. I got to make sure everything's just right when you do, but we're gonna have a blast, man. Because last time I checked, you and I shared a personality feature of not having like an inner governor that kind of maintains a semblance of decorum and what comes out of our mouths. We kind of just let it rip, and I
can attest to that, Thoughts. I can attest to that for you.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Honestly, better like that because you create a certain like differentiality where it's like, can I have 2 sugars in my coffee, please? And like, when is this meeting starting? Oh, I really appreciate for all of you to being here today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's conversate and continue. No, I don't like that shit. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, we're free. We're coming here to be free. We want to be financially free. But as long as we say the right things, because if you don't, I'm gonna fucking get you. Because it's like, I'm not. I swear to God, the Twitter community. If you know if you notice the Twitter community, ask them how they're doing. Perfect. They're happy.
The
They're
hex community
focusing
you're
on their
talking
life.
about.
Yeah, the Hex community on Twitter.
You know,
Our Hex
famous,
community.
where sovereign autonomy is concerned, where freedom with responsibility is concerned. I
No,
don't
but at
see how
some point we have a
motherfuckers can just
responsibility.
pick and choose whatever they like. Oh, I like this. I like this part of sovereignty and autonomy, but that's distasteful. I don't really like that part of it. It's like, yo, motherfucker, that's not how it works at all.
The people choose, man. At the end of the day, the people choose. That's the best part of a king. King is like you don't be king. It's people make you king. Like it's just, and I don't want to be king. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like we are like if Richard's king, well then we got to do what we got to do, and what
And
we
did
got to
he
do
ever
is for
call
the
himself that? No, hell no.
never.
He was given that by
Yeah,
appreciative people.
100%.
If you got to call yourself king, you ain't king.
Yeah, or boss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the big boss. Hey, guys, I just want you all to know before we start this meeting, I'm the big boss. Just saying. The shit.
Just so you know,
Like,
I can
should have
rug
put
you
it on
all.
my fucking name. Thothschild, the shit. Or Thothschild, defer or desist. I like that. Thothschild, you desist.
Ceased and desist.
Let's go back. Let's go back to these. Let's go back to these stable coins for a second. To anyone who knows a shitload about them, are you guys worried at all with liquid loans, having that stable coin backed by the pulse value?
Oh
What
God.
problems do you? Yeah.
I'm worried.
Well,
I'm
let's
worried
talk about
about.
it.
I'm
Let's
worried
talk
about
about
that
it.
almost deep peg. I'm worried about that almost deep peg on USDC on UST, and the fact that if anything goes wrong, which is happening, they could just say,
You mean with the stable coin, with the USDL?
yeah, because it's all bridge. It's all bridge, right? It's not a native asset.
It's a legitimate
USDT is
question.
not a native asset. It's a bridged asset.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the USDL with the liquid loan stable
Fuck
coin.
those coins, bro. It's not even a glimpse in anything. It's just some other thing. USDC is probably the only thing that could be managed, but at the same time, it's like all it takes is one government to shut it down.
People think I'm a hater on this topic because I'm sour grapes or something. That's actually one of the rumors that's going around. Well, if you ever hear Thothschild talking about how he doesn't like Project A or Project B, it's because he is sour grapes that he wasn't chosen to be a part of it. And additionally, he tried to hang his onboard cousin over a barrel for a couple dollars, and he got some sand in his vagina. So now he's on this, the war path. Let me tell you something, motherfuckers. I got a notebook of 20 legitimate reasons why I question these projects, and none of them have anything to do with that fantasy fiction. The thing with the one project you named that's like Cool J, who did Rock the Bells, right? That one. It was all like, well, we're not ready yet, but we're going to be ready, and we're going to give everything a chance to rock and roll, and then we're going to take our liquidy thing and we're going to hit the ground running with it. Well, after the PULSECHAIN network is up and running, and we're like, cool. Well, now it's a year later, and you've been given a little wee bit of extra time. I still haven't gotten any additional transparency about the details of this airdrop, which by my reading of the white paper yields a 50% mystery. And if asked about said fact, we're told to fuck off and mind our own business. Now, an oracle is also supposed to have a little bit of a definition. Okay, you couldn't provide that in September, October, November. I get it. December, January, February. Okay, I get it. Okay, March, April, May, June. Wait a minute. Okay, code. Where's that? Is there any code that I can get one of my guys who has that education to look at it and tell me what's what, so I can run it through this filter? No, nothing. Like there's like 10 things that if time was the biggest issue, right? What have we been doing with these extra months? That's where I'm a little confused. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure one of their attack dogs has probably been called up by the big man. It's like, you guys got to get on this. They're talking bad about our thing, but guys, this isn't hate. There's no hate. I want
it's not personal.
I want happy Hexicans, protected Hexicans, safe Hexicans. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's all I care about. So, you know, if any of those questions has any legitimacy, then they should be answered with confidence. And then my last point on that, and this will be my last point on it, is the truth can withstand all assault on its own. It only needs to be the truth. So if that's the case, right, you wouldn't need to, for example, not share your government or your social address with an entity that's doing so for everybody else involved, but some reason you can't. And you wouldn't like go through a journalist's list of questions and go, you can't ask those things. Like, wait, what?
Biden can.
Oh, good point. And if that's what we're talking about, here, then that's all that needs to be said. You just said it.
Yeah.
Bam. Okay. Understood.
Yeah. What do you think, Rags?
I've been following Liquidity. I've been checking it out. I've been seeing how they've been operating inside of all of this. I think that when Liquidity first launched, they needed to shore up their protocol with some Ethereum, but the peg held just fine. Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of questions that people have, and I can't deem them illegitimate questions. I just think that, from my perspective, PulseChain not launching has really screwed things up for a lot of folks too. So that certainly doesn't help the situation. There's a lot of projects that want to launch solely on PulseChain that can't right now. So, you know, I don't have a solid opinion on it, and it's, to be quite honest, it's because I am not knowledgeable enough about why that project would be bad or good. But it sounds like a lot of the issues have to do with what are they doing with the money right now? Where's the proof that any work is being done, if I'm hearing thoughts correctly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For my Libra nature, I'm going to have to say here in public on stream, I remain open. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me the truth and turn me around. I'm open to be turned around. I just know what warning signs are. I know what stuff smells like to me. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what being on this planet and fucking up as often as I have has afforded me. You know, I can smell it a mile away. So that's all that is. Show me otherwise, and I'll just be like, go get them, man. Do it up.
Yeah, I agree with Rags there. Like, I know what you're saying too, Thoughts. Like, they've made it sound like, oh well, you can't really use it on the test net because we don't have all these oracles to see what the price is and people are taking when they take their fake loans or whatever. And it's like, well, we still need to see something. We haven't seen much.
Kind of convenient. Well, there has been much. There has been much. It's called entitlement. Shut the fuck up and accept what's coming out of my mouth, motherfucker. That's what I have heard. That's been the general air or attitude from those people in that project. Look, we're fucking hexagons. In fact, if you don't believe it, go check the Telegram Combat. That one guy was on there for hours. You know, that's what we're supposed to. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. All right.
Are we talking about liquid loans?
I thought that was the topic.
We were.
I just got here.
Oh, sorry.
No, we were talking about, well, we went from the stable coins to just talking about how we think the USDL stable coin will perform to where we are now with like Rags made a good point that with the delay of PulseChain, it's probably hurt a lot of these other projects that are trying to do things, but there's still a lot of unknowns with liquid loans. Like Thoughts was saying, they get kind of defensive sometimes when they're defending their stable coin and how it's going to be backed. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Have a test net yet? I knew I think a week ago they didn't have one. Did they get one yet?
No, I actually
that doesn't apply to them. I'm sorry, guys. That doesn't apply to them. That applies to everything else, but not them, guys. Come on.
Liquid loans for me was one of those ones where, like, I had just gotten into Hex. I just got into PulseX. I'm like, I'll throw something at liquid loans. It sounds cool. Right. You know, I threw a little bit at got the 2 years of the front, or the half of it right away, half of it when it comes. And I've mostly forgotten about it. I've read a little bit about it here and there, and I see some people post, and I see.
Hey, C5 sacked hard on that motherfucker. If that tells you anything,
I
mean,
I
that's
see
not to be
Matt's
trifled with.
videos. So
Steve who?
C5 Godwell.
Oh, the Bible. Yeah, he sucked $5 million, I think, didn't he?
Chump change.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, exactly. It is chump change because you have a guy who just staked $200 million when at the time the Hex was worth $200 million. So I try to tell people like, hey, this guy, not sacked. He staked 200 mil for 15 years. So what's 5% or whatever it is, like that $5 million, right? What is it, 2.5%? So if it's bags, like, yeah, it is a nice dollar value, but if you look at it from his point of view, it's like chump change there. It's pocket change for that guy.
Yeah. So I haven't deep dived enough into it for my own. I do know that it's based off liquidity, and then like I'm glad Rags brought that up because I meant to actually go back and see what they're doing against their peg to just kind of get a judge. But I asked, I think I asked HODPro the other day. I was just like, hey, do we have a test net or anything? And any dates? Like nothing pressing.
He's one of the saving graces they have. Earth, that Scottish David,
like, it's coming,
stand-up dude. He's there are good people over there.
Yeah.
There are good people.
And we all understand that none of it's going to matter or happen until post-chain anyway. So yeah, I would love to have an interface that I could play around with, tinker with. I asked on one of the telegrams yesterday, do we expect a post-chain V3 testnet? And some people were like, no, why would we need one? And I'm like, because my prior life, I was a senior security network engineer. So if I'm going to write some new code, if somebody's going to write new code for my network, I'm going to want to test it. And if there is no test, I would like to hear RH's explanation for that.
It might just be a private V3.
Yeah, I think we'll have I definitely think we'll have a V3 now after the rumors that they're rewriting this code to fit in a different framework. So but with liquid loans, I am definitely encouraged by the fact that Liquidity is doing okay.
Right.
And if it is a fork of that, then that's going to make me feel pretty good. And the other thing is they've got a lot of money. And from what I understand, their plans were to go pretty heavy into marketing. So if we can get money to market PulseChain, that's going to be really, really good too. If a lot of that money is used for that. So I think, let's just wait and see. PulseChain's not out. That really put a damper on a lot of people's plans. If PulseChain had actually launched a month ago or 2 months ago, then Liquid Loans, judging by what they said, they would be launching right now.
Well, listen, guys, I'm really, really excited to share something with you here tonight. In fact, I'm actually announcing it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am opening the Thothschild sacrifice phase. That's right, guys. There's a sacrifice phase. Doesn't that make perfect sense? Righteous. If you believe in righteousness, truth, quality, and
my money
assets, right? Quality and blockchain asset, crypto content creation. Where's the embodiment? Fucking right here, baby. Okay, there's a wallet address on my channel, guys. The Thothschild sacrifice phase has initiated. Now you'll ask me why. What do I have to show you? Why would you do that? I'll tell you why. Mind your own fucking business. How's that sound? I don't know. Just go with it. Go with it. We're in the season of sacrifice. Go on ahead. Thothschild sacrifice, everybody. It's going to be a delightful experience. You'll feel better after you do it.
I like that term, sacrifice season. It's a nice one.
Like really, that's the attitude a lot of these things are coming with.
Season.
Is that right after wedding season?
Can you imagine? It's like sacrifice season. Sacrifice season.
I'm saying.
Well, and don't forget with the liquid loans, I think it's important to note that these guys, like, I don't know their whole story of when they decided to do it, but if they looked at Liquidity, and then they have, like, I know Jesse was into Hex, but if you look at the community of Hexicans, they know how to hodl, right? We know how to stake delayed gratification. So that maybe made it a bit easier for them to say, hey, here's a spot where you don't even have to sell your pulse. You can just lock up your pulse, and hexagons don't sell. They do, but
That one gentleman, just to dial that in a little bit, okay? The one is my blood relative, which means I helped change his diaper when he was a baby. He's my onboard. Okay. I have the copy of the communications where he said, I'm sorry, cousin, your boy, Richard Hart, is a filthy scammer and Hex is a fucking rug pull. I have copies of that. I cherish them, keep them close. I don't go overboard on sharing personal details because I just think that's kind of grimy. I mean, family shit.
Wait, thoughts. Hold on. Who's your family member?
Probably Jesse.
There's one that has a name that's close to menstrual flow.
What the fuck?
Jesus, what the
I'm not going to name any of these people, but there's one that has a name that's close to that.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, he will publicly tell the world that he's been, quote unquote, in crypto since whatever he says. I don't know what defines being in crypto, but let me ask you guys a question. If I bought 1/20th of an Ethereum in 2017 and then didn't open a fucking application or a wallet or do anything for 2 or 3 years, does that mean that like I'm a veteran of 2017 in crypto, or did I just dip my big toe in the water, go fuck around with other things in my life for a few years, and then I came back to crypto? Like, can you say a tenured professor at a university, if he only taught in class for 1 year anthropology, but he says, well, I've been in anthropology since 1988. Yeah, but you literally taught for 1 year and you were running a landscaping business all the other time. So how does that motherfucker qualify as somebody who's been in teaching anthropology in academia since 1988? So that's
you're saying this person absorbed the OG tag and the OG title when they should not have.
Oh, most definitely on the one. Then the other one, the one that has given himself the title of God or deity or ruler or boss or whatever. That
2017,
one,
eh?
Okay,
2017,
so listen, well, for my relative, I believe that's what he said. I believe
the class of 2017.
Class of 2017. Either that or 16. Famous. He's either claims that he's been in nonstop since 16 or 17. I know for a fact the person put it down for a very long time and picked it back up around when I picked it back up, which was November 2020. So I'm coming in. I'm becoming a Hexagon, making the decision. Because I'm familiar with Richard Hart. I had listened to him on the self-help tip when I was going through my divorce, which I've been kind of transparent about with you guys. But I didn't get in. I was going through it too much. And if there was even fucking lint left in my pocket at any turn, kind of like now, she was there to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 little ones, But that other one, he brought me germane to my performance in the PULSECHAIN main Telegram group. Now, I don't know about you guys' experience, but that was the hot popping shit, right? In the run up to the sacrifice, the first sacrifice for PulseChain Network, right? In those 3, 4, 5 months. I mean, I was spending my life up in that motherfucker. I was legitimately doing jobs on a scaffolding or on a ladder. And I'd be in the, 80 to 100 person chat rooms. And that's where I made a lot of my initial connections in Hexaco. Now, he was one of the people I made connections with, and I wake up one morning, I come to find out I've been headhunted into a think tank, a brain trust. Guys, I was giddy, man. Like, since my first recovery, since my divorce, since becoming a father and committing myself to dad life and all that, I'd given up my music. I'd given up everything. So to get this little notification that says, hey, buddy, you're special. You're important. I was over the moon. I was over the moon, man. I was like, God damn, I am for more than just fucking paying bills. You know what I mean? So I go in that closed private think tank brain trust. There's some impressive names in there. Some really, really, God, for lack of a better term, intimidatingly intelligent, people, experienced OG types, vet types, pre-hex types even. We're talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin people that are in this room. I'm like, how did I find myself here? Well, it was that invitation, as I said, germane to the way I wrote and spoke in Pulse, Maine. So I made some great friends in there. And you guys will hear me talk about Yeti. You hear me talk about Gafar Ellis down in Jamaica. You hear me talk about Stones Interiors, who is also Hut Crypto, the maker of the lamps. That's just like one of my fucking like hex, my day one, not day one, but my personal day one OGs. These kinds of guys who I met, and I developed a lifelong lasting friendship with these guys. There was another element in there that, you know, Thothschild weird, Thothschild used big words, the Thothschild tinfoil, you know, helmet, you know, and it's whatever. If they think that that surprised me, I've been kind of dealing with that for 50 years. So whatever, take me or leave me. I could scarcely give a fuck. But there were some tensions that I wouldn't toe the line, that I wouldn't, according to them, behave or shut up. And there was just a divergence. The group, which actually forked off into a second because of some infighting in that original think tank. You had one group go this way, the other group went that way. The group that went that way, I also cannot say, but it was headed up by said gentleman who gave himself the nickname the Overlord or the big kahuna or whatever it is. And he kicked me out one time for coming back at one of his admins who insulted me. I was reinstated almost immediately because my allies in that community were like, yo, what are you doing? This is supposed to be a group about game theory optimal. If we're really running game theory, we're supposed to have every input, right? That's what game theory is running all the inputs, running all the angles. How can you kick out Thothschild? So they reinstate me. Well, you guys know me. I fucked that up in about a week. And they kicked me out a second time for good. You know, the point is that's some of the back history in case there's any mystery or concern for people of, you know, why does this motherfucker even speak with passion on these topics? That's kind of where it's coming out of. That having been said, I have a billion other things I would rather talk about and focus on for real.
Hey, fools, I got to bounce. I got dad time.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Rags. I didn't mean to talk up your time, bro.
No, dude. It's good to hear you talk, man. I was actually mesmerized about your story. So
yeah, that's great.
Y'all take it easy. Thanks for having me on, and shoot me an invite next go around.
Man,
let's hear it for
Rags. Be safe out there.
Love this G, man.
Y'all take it easy, fellas. Thank you. Hey, Hexbullah, are you there, dude?
Yeah.
Hexbullah.
You there, Hexbullah?
Oh, he's gone, man.
He's right here, man.
Is he there?
He's right here, man.
His AI is in 3 Twitter spaces. Right. It's on Telegram. It's doing a TikTok video, and it's also in this live chat right now.
Well, I was just going to tell him, fuck you, but he's gone. So y'all take it easy, all right?
See you, Rags. Thanks for coming, bud.
Thanks, Brand.
Rags.
See you.
Guys, that guy is G. We are so lucky to have him in this community, man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Rags,
he's cool.
Lucky to have everybody. We're lucky for all the people we get.
Well, that's true, too, but wanted to
nice
drill
to
down on how lovely
meet you, Thothschild. I like your story so far, but on that note, 3:45 a.m. comes awfully quick for me. I'm gonna go finish up some dad life, and I'll check you guys all later. Thanks for having me, Morgan.
Yeah. Awesome. Nice to talk to you, man. Be well.
Yeah, man. Anytime, I'm always around, bro.
Yeah, love you, man.
Give me a bud. Make up some one day.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
See you, bud.
All right, guys.
All right.
I know him, but I don't know him. I thought it was Crypto King when I came in for a second, but then I realized it wasn't.
Crypto King always has the meme glasses.
Right. So this gentleman, David James, is so I'm assuming he's in Europe then, or is he in Asia? Wait.
No, he's in America.
He's in DC.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Duh. Way to be on point.
3:45. What the fuck? That's an hour. It's 2:45.
Yeah, I thought he was saying that's what time it is where he is. That's why I was like confused.
Oh, he's got to get up then.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So is Hodprol? She's in tie with the liquid loans people then?
They brought her in. she wasn't part of the core, like she wasn't part of the core thing. Do you know who actually brought up the idea of collateralized loans to that group of guys for the first time? First time I ever heard it spoke of to them. You know who said it? Rest in peace, Eric, Aerick, the guy who they say OD'd in a steam room down in Florida a few months ago. It's kind of like our first big death in Hexaco. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Him? Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
He's with a cowboy hat, right?
He rocked a lot of different hats. He went by the name the Magician. Okay, he was in insurance and collateralized loans out on the legacy world, but he was a highly fucking intelligent guy, and he and I fucking locked horns. We must have gotten fucking 10 different arguments, he and I. But I mean, I liked him as an adversary for sure. I mean, he was a quality, knowledgeable mind, but he was actually the first person to even bring up like the whole liquidity thing, the whole concept to them guys. You know, I'm not saying I'm in no way implying that the deceased owns the concept of what that has become. I know those guys, you know, for good or for ill, have put in a lot of their own work. I get that. I do get that. But that's a fact. That's a fact. And there are other people who can confirm it. That's the thing about a lot of what I'm saying, guys. If you kind of doubt or question anything I'm saying, I won't get chapped ass. Come talk to me and I will point you in the direction of another individual or two or five, you know, who can confirm anything that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, like we're not out here. We don't want to be out here people featuring doctrine. It's good to ask questions, right? Like
that's the last time I you know, that's what I thought we were supposed to do, but apparently some people get threatened by it, brother.
What were you saying, Tapper?
I was gonna say I do remember him because I remember I had like not really a back and forth. I was picking his brain early when I got in the hex, when I didn't know shit. I remember him being one of those figureheads that be like, "Yo, this guy knows his shit." So.
Right. And he was in the powwow. You remember when he was in the powwow with
I remember. Yeah, I heard him a few times, and you know, just picked his brain. He was a smart ass dude. I remember he passed away. Damn, that shit was sad.
Yeah, yeah,
that was a loss. I'm sorry.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Even if I got in some tangles with the guy, they were merely idealistic and intellectual.
Right.
And I found him to be an impressive kind of, you know, intimidating guy to look across from the chessboard and see him sitting there, you know, and I'm sorry to see him go.
You know what's crazy about this with like losing a hexagon or whatever? What's this going to be like 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line?
My old man said, "Get ready, son. Your phone book only gets smaller." That's what my dad used to say.
Right. But you think like the community gets bigger. And I think over time, the people that are in here now or who were in here the last year, 2 years, they're only going to get closer and closer.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be crazy, man.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think I can pretty safely say that other than my children and what I have to do for filthy fiat, Hexaco is what, 93% of my fucking life now. I don't know where you guys are at with it, but
I want to go jump on that couch with Famous. He looks so fucking comfortable.
I got a whole thing here to put my legs on.
You got the tap streaming kit. That is the tap streaming kit. Nice comfy blanket. Fucking joint.
He got a neck pillow. Neck pillow. Where's that? Where's the neck pillow?
Oh, the neck pillow. I could have got that motherfucker. Fuck. Well,
now, what the fuck happened to? We lost Rags, but who else was here? I know Mr. James said goodbye. We had Hextech. Where'd he go?
I'm sitting here, bro.
Oh, there he is.
It's the name. He changed it.
Yeah.
What does it say? Tap
him on a boat. He was on a boat.
Yo.
Boy, Hawk says Hexaco will never be that much of my life. Fuck that.
Maybe he's doing a 50% Hexaco, 50% PULSECO.
Yeah. Hey guys, just so everybody's aware, I only have 17 likes on the Rolex wallet.
Oh my god!
So I need 70. I need 70.
I think I like that already.
I'm gonna purchase it.
What is it? A tweet or a?
Yeah, I tweet on Twitter. So,
okay.
And I
Can
need
do.
70 likes. So
I'm gonna send you a DM of it. Thoughts. I got you. Hold up.
Oh, thank you, Tap. Man, Tap is on point with this shit, man. I love it.
I'll just go out and buy it because we're in a down market. So like buying Rolexes is just kind of fun.
You're gonna end up ruining the
I'm
whole thing about that skit that I want to do on my show when we go more variety, because I was going to do a skit about, it was going to be monthly. It's called Hex Dex Indulgence of the Month.
Jesus.
And it was going to be a skit on what did he do this month to spend money. And he would be like, well, I got a pair of socks. I got a pack of socks at Walmart this week. I didn't feel good about spending that money, but
black t-shirts, love those. So
Hex Dex, real quick. You got a question from Bullish.
What's Bullish asking?
What did Bullish ask?
Yeah, it was Hexca.
Which one? This one?
The second one, the Prosperity Project.
Oh, spend your money. How I spend my money? Are you being serious? No, I'm serious, Bullish. No, if I get 70 likes on that tweet, I'll go out and buy the watch. Why not? I mean,
community.
They probably want you to buy Hex with it instead, probably.
Bro, I got enough Hex. Okay, I have so much MAXI. I have so much fucking PULSEX and PULSECHAin.
Well, Deckard, if you need an overflow wallet, brother, I'm here for you, dude. I'm here for you.
Overflow wallet.
That stuff to your wallet.
Let me be your Mashinsky and control those keys for you. You don't need that much.
Yeah, goodbye.
Okay? I will be your Mashinsky, please.
Yeah.
Just DM me then. Give me 10 words.
Did I hear he got picked up today?
I get picked up.
He didn't get picked up, but I think
he got stopped from leaving.
Yeah.
That's damn near picked up right the fuck there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They stopped him.
Oh.
That's crazy, man. That's fucking.
If you have so much,
that was funny.
Buy it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I'm really afraid somebody's gonna buy this Rolex from me, because it really is a good price. So I mean, it's pretty nice. So I just may,
it's very
I'm transferring money out. And,
Jack, I think I can speak for everybody when I say you put in your work, brother. You put in your time. Well, you deserve a fucking indulgence, man. Go get it.
Yeah. My bros hanging it up there. That's a sweet watch, bro. I mean,
that's looking watch too, man. Go ahead.
It is a nice watch. It's a hexagon watch. I mean, it's got all the colors, the whole bit.
Gift yourself, man. You was over at that car wash picking up coins, pennies, nickels.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
go out there and splurge, man.
I put in my work, so like, and I'm here for the long stay. So like, you guys are I'm gonna be 69 years old with the beard type thing. Like, I'll look like Andreas or whatever they, because in fact I'm here for the community. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So
I know, but what if I told you the community would like smile from ear to ear if video showed up with you on a yacht next weekend and 3 extremely hot young ladies and your watch and you're dancing in some like trap and you're going
only if I was gonna say only if I'm with Tap, because like this guy's got the
Tap can work that out. All you got to do is invite the man.
No. I met the brother, Tap and I met up last Hex conference, right? I mean,
yeah, we met in Vegas. We took a couple pictures together.
Yeah. I'll throw up a picture on Twitter and stuff, like proof of trap, proof of Tap.
Proof of Tap.
I mean, no, I mean, in serious, like, bro, like I'm coming hard to PulseCon just to like interact with people, because like literally, I pay, just. If anybody's listening, I don't even think anybody gives a shit. But like, I literally bought 14 tickets for the last conference and gave them away for free. So, and I came out and I sat at the registration desk with UFO 42. Is that the gentleman? Tall Swedish gentleman.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. I was with him.
Volunteered my time. Like literally did not even, I wasn't sitting in the conference. Bought a couple hexagons from Montana here, stuff. So, like I've paid my dues. Like I don't know that I feel I need to like give any explanation to another individual type thing. But I just
No.
I think it's fun. Is like I'm like you guys, it was actually on this worst damn crypto show that I posted that watch like what was it like 5 weeks ago?
I remember that you did.
Yeah,
You
I
did.
did,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I can't
You
leave
sure
it alone,
did.
right?
Bullish asked if you got it, if you're getting it at retail price.
No, I'm not paying retail. So,
Who's
Negative.
producing right now? Is it Morgan or Dan?
It's Dan.
Dan,
Dan.
hey, I forgot to show. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Deckard. Dan, I forgot to show the photo of
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Ginger and I at the conference, or not at
Ginger and I.
Nagabos.
oh, nice.
Oh yeah. That was a good photo.
Dude, that was
Oh,
in the
yeah.
first 10 minutes of me walking in that building. I swear to God.
Really?
I think my first photo was with like Marco the Hexagon and Dollar Cost Crypto, and then it was Hodl Dog and Tim Benjamin, and the next guy I talked to was this cat. And it was
No,
awesome.
I was at Nagabo's party. I was at Freddie Quote's party, that type of thing. Looking forward to meeting Freddie again. So
Yeah, Freddie's a good dude. I got to meet him at the party too. We got to brush shoulders, got some nice conversation. You know what's funny about Thoughts being at the Naga party? I was on the plane. The plane was about to take off, and I'm just checking Twitter and everything. And I see everybody saying, Thoughts here, he's here. I see people posting up pictures and videos just before I'm about to take off.
yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, it was somebody else too. Who the fuck? Another one of you young guys. Was it Hexastani? Somebody. I forget. It was another one of you 20-something dudes that I'm friends with. I was
Follow your brain?
No, Brandon, I saw each other because he was at Nagas too.
Golly, it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet Brad. It's nice to meet Brad.
100%.
It might have been Hexastani Dylan, who's working on the Fiat project, but it was one of y'all. And I was like, damn, my luck, man. Tapping this other guy, like literally like wheels up the moment I pull into town.
I'll go find Tap's picture here. I'm in Tap.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. But it was still great to meet everyone who I got to meet. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I met so many
awesome.
people.
Right?
It was so
And
many
that's your first conference, right, Tap?
Well, I went to Philly. I went to the meetup in Philly, but the first, conference,
yeah. No, it's stupid. It's like I love that shit because you know what? In 5 years, we're still going to be doing this stuff. All right. So like, if you're not ready, if you're not prepared for it yet, because literally, like I told T Money, I'm like T Money and I were sitting down having like lunch or whatever, and he was talking about the PulseCon, and stuff. I'm like, just send me like a link the minute like you got everything set up, confirmed type stuff, and I'm like, boom, I'm there, like no question. Because like Richard said, is the community is more important than all these gains and stuff like that. The life changing moments of like meeting different individuals in Hex, in our community, our space, it means 100% to me. I told Maddie, I'm like, because Maddie's like, you want to sit here like 4 days at a desk, checking in people. I'm like, absolutely. I get to meet every Hexagon. I'm like, it's fucking awesome. I mean, Crypto Heartbeat, just down the line. You guys don't understand. It's like, I mean, money doesn't, when money doesn't matter, what do you do next? That's, I think, I really want to do a stream on that.
Oh, I can't wait to have to tackle that problem, brother.
Me too.
When
It sounds
money
like a great
doesn't
problem
matter,
to have.
what do you do next? Because honestly, I mean, I literally like spent 2.5 months, excuse me, unemployed. I retired from the job that I worked for the past 7 years. Like, I don't need money, right? But you need that social interaction, and I didn't have the social game like gamed out. I didn't like set it up, and that was just failure on my part. So I tried to think of something different, and actually, because I said to myself, I said to Bally, I'm like, I was more productive when I was working, as an individual. So, we'll get it all figured out in the next 2 years. We'll have a little fun, but yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, if you want to be one of those people that try to like live above the lifestyle type thing, I'm a conservative, very frugal individual, buying a Rolex, but like serious, like it's just fun. I love to have fun. I look forward to meeting everybody out there. How many hands in the chat group here going out to PulseCon September?
While we're waiting on that, I want to share a little story. Dan, can you pull up the picture with
Which picture?
Not that picture.
Huddle Dog.
I want to meet Huddle Dog. I have not met him yet.
Huddle Dog was the first Texican I met in real life.
Yo,
really?
He was
so tall, bro.
At the freaking Freddie Quotes party.
This guy's tall. Luther.
This, like we all know Huddle Dog. He's like 6'10", 7'1".
Yes, he is.
Real lanky dude. I've never met him before. I'm in Philly. He's across the pond. And what country is he in? Like Germany, Poland,
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Excuse me. He over in Switzerland, and this tall dude just runs up to him like, Tab.
That's a scary moment right there.
Yes.
He is no joke. He's like 6'8", 6'9".
Tall dude for no reason just runs to him like, yo, Tab, what's up, man? It's great to finally meet you. Yada yada. We've been cracking up online and stuff. That's one of my best moments of that whole conference. It's just the fact that I had this tall behind Switzerland dude I never met before, but us interacting online, he felt the joy to just run up to me to say what's up, and it was all love. It was all a great time.
Wait till I meet you in person, Tap. You're gonna get a big fucking hug, bud.
There was people who kept walking up to me like, "Yo, are you Tap? Are you Tap?"
Tap.
Like, yeah, that's me. Oh man, I love you, man. Yada yada. I'm such and such on here. Because I don't know what y'all look like. Y'all be having avatars and stuff for y'all profile, the NFTs or whatever. So I don't know.
So I went up to Tap. I'm like, I need a picture, bro. I'm like, I need a picture. He's like, whoo, like.
So Tap, I have to ask you then, wherever your life was, okay, March of 2021. How big of a difference then is that for you, flashing forward a year later? Like, you are an in-demand, recognizable name. I mean, they damn near got people asking for your autograph now. That's pretty cool.
Damn near.
Yeah, I want your damn autograph, bro.
Yo, it's such a crazy 180. It's so hard to explain because I was nowhere, like, I wasn't focused on life like that. Like I kind of like was kind of just moving within the wind, not really giving a care.
Now you're right west of the city, aren't you? Right west or right south of the city? I forget.
West,
downtown. Okay, I'm north.
Yeah.
Now I am. Back in the day, I was right down there in the guts.
But no, the fact I got to interact with all these intelligent people, thoughts like you said, you're all of a sudden in a room with people who just has certain experience and a certain IQ level that you'll probably never reach, but you can touch these people, you can bounce out ideas off them, you can get advice from them, and that helps brings you up. And just have an opportunity to go out and just explore.
It helps when your personality features are also congruous here, because you are kind of a friendly, like, engaging guy, and you've done nothing less than take that baton. And now I know I'm not with you every day, but I know you. I dollars for donuts. You're out in the world and you're taking what it is you've been able to glean and you're re-gifting it. I see that dynamic with you, Tap, and it's a beautiful thing.
I appreciate
You're beautiful,
that.
Tap. You're beautiful.
Thank you. No, I get so it's funny. I kind of always had like attractive personality, and I knew I always had a certain charm with me. I knew I probably couldn't be the smartest person in the room, but yo, I can get you interested into what's ever going on. Like I can gravitate you to what we got going on just because how I flow. And like you said, I just took that to a different level with this whole Hex Twitter community.
Yeah.
And then I'm put onto a whole different and then I got everybody putting me on this pedestal. But I gotta come back to the real world and explain to people like, no, like you can't, like I'm tapped out here. You got people.
Yeah, right. I was telling my landlord last month, I was like, yo, I'm Thothschild, yo. He was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna shoot you in your face.
My girlfriend said, all right, whatever. But it was when I started going to the Philly meetup and the Vegas conference that people, my friends and family was looking at me like, yo, what's going on? Like, okay, like you actually like, oh wait, there's actual people. You actually went somewhere, and you they actually come to you, like they actually know you.
Yeah,
yeah, it's weird, man.
It's weird. I would have never imagined being nothing in this kind of position.
I'll be honest. Like it's tough coming from being an introvert to an extrovert type, like personality type.
Oh yeah, you don't seem like you can ever figure out what to say, man. It's like,
well, no, you got to understand. Like, I mean, I spent like over 20 years of my life as an introvert. You know, like so doing like this crazy stuff, putting on glasses, going buying a stupid Rolex, or putting on a McDonald's hat, that type of thing. I mean, it's all just for fun. I mean, actually, well, you know the story behind the McDonald's hat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just I do this, you know, just having fun in the community. But you guys have inspired me to do that in the same way that Jim Crypto, you know, inspired me about the health stuff and about like working out and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious about this stuff. I mean, like I take it on every day. You know, I'm like working out. Like my life has improved. You know, outside of the financial aspect of Hex, because this is just the community that we're in. But really, I mean, the health stuff. God, you know, that being an extrovert versus an introvert, you know, at this late in life type thing, like, you know, all I want to do is give back to the community. I mean, there's nothing I could, you know, possibly show you or sell you type thing is like the community has given so much back to me, you know, and the stuff that Richard Hart has created is just freaking awesome. I don't know how to like, you know, express my gratitude, that type of thing.
Hey guys, that was a surreal moment right there.
You and
the pirate
when you knew you were taller than him.
Yeah, when I knew I was taller than him. Nah, man. I mean, he's straight as an arrow. Everybody else in the room is sideways. Half of them are out there gourds on psilocybin. He's just completely straight. See him clear, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed. But I've told him on Discourse, I'll repeat it here. He's one of the more iconic of the guys. So while I could give DCC and Marco and Luther high fives and hugs, and I felt like these were my brothers from another mother, and we're reunited. With RG3, it was the first time that I looked at him and I felt like that's that guy from TV, you know, kind of thing. It was really kind of surreal seeing him.
No,
but a friendly, very friendly cat, and I'm proud to call him a tribesman, all that kind of stuff.
No, he's an amazing gentleman, you know, and learning, you know, like individuals, like you get to meet people, and we do crypto stuff. So, yeah, I know you call me what, Hex Deckard or something.
Deckard, like because that's the Blade Runner guy. So I said from now on, you're Deckard.
I'm Deckard, yeah. I mean, you know, I used to be like, no, it's Hexdex 16, like Hexdex. Everyone was like Hexdex. I'm like, no, the 16 is important to the whole equation thing, but that's me being a nerd, that type of thing. But I mean, honestly, like meeting Roy, meeting Ken, you know, the number of people like I've met in the crypto community has really changed my life. I don't know, you know, I don't know how to express to a lot of people like how 2.5 years go by, like you put a minimal amount, like, you know, into some type of like community project type thing. I'm still pissed about the fact that like I was so conservative back then because I only put 25%.
That's all of us.
What's that? Yeah, that's all of us.
It's never enough.
Never enough. Yeah.
No,
That's what
I had it sitting aside. I 100%. I mean, I'll tell people this. I 100% believed in Richard Hart's project and what he was launching the whole bit. And literally, like, I had extra capital that I could have dispersed, and I did not. And, you know, god dang. I mean,
Well, back
you know,
back to the community for a quick second. That's what I'm really hoping the documentary gets a good piece of, because I know they're going to be following Richard pretty hard, and they have all these interviews with the haters and all that shit. But
yeah,
it'd be really good to see, I don't know, some collage of all the streamers, all the meetups, people meeting Richard, and just to actually get a chance to show people's lives that have been changed.
Can I ask you a question about that, Hexter?
what's that?
I said, Hexter Morgan, can I ask a question about that? You may not have an answer. You may only have an opinion, but we, meaning Hexicans, have some kind of producer's power control in that process of that. Is that true? Like don't Kinetics and RG3, aren't they something like co-producers or executive producers? Anybody know?
True.
Okay. Okay. True. Because I was always thinking in the back of my mind, what if they rug the narrative on us? Like, what if the overarching thing of a 2-hour documentary then by the end is these people are dickheads or dreamers? You know what I mean? What if they just tilted the narrative a little bit and kind of made us look whack? I was kind of concerned for that. But then if we do have some pull in production, then no, that's not ever going to happen.
No,
so
well, the guy is going to tell his narrative. I mean, you know, and they don't have any control over that. But everything I've seen, like the pre stuff, is freaking awesome.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like telling a
Yeah,
story.
it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It is amazing.
I love the one they started out with Richard going into the range, man. That was awesome.
This is
just
another
the beginning.
But this is a thing people have to consider with Pulse not being out now. And think of this delay or bear market like opportunity cost in a way.
Nice.
Because
I like that.
If Richard, well, first of all, you see all these guys, we have all this footage and I have so many screenshots on my phone I should show you, people shitting on Hex, shitting on Richard, calling him a scammer. And now the bear market comes, Pulse is delayed, and all these companies that Richard's been worrying about for the last 2-3 years are all collapsing. I'm hearing a feedback. You guys hear that?
There is some, yes.
Where was I now? Yeah, so it's like
it's your boy Tap.
Is it Tap? Tap, is that you? Did he say anything?
Yeah, it's me. My computer reset it on me, so let me get my shit back in order.
Muted up, yeah. So, Hexter, you're saying that like delay beneficial, and I think.
Well, yeah, it's like all the shit that Richard has been saying for 2.5 years. Say Pulse launch, the documentary comes out, and nobody gets an opportunity to see all these companies that rugged or got wrecked because of counterparty risk and things like that. And now you have an opportunity to put all that stuff in by waiting 6 more months.
Yeah, right.
And so now you have footage there of Mashinsky calling Richard Hart a scammer, and then flashback on the subtitle. Now, current day, Mashinsky behind
show him in fucking some orange jumpsuit.
Right? So it's a good way to. I think it's a good way to look at it. Like, yeah, we sacrificed, and people that you can tell the people that are waiting for their money back there just wanted to dump, make a quick flip.
God, I hardly ever even think about it. You know, like God Almighty, these people are tripped.
Yeah. But just think of that.
Sacrifice seriously. When he said no expectation of the work of others, I took that shit to heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, well, bye. Might never see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I would say this.
Testing 1, 2.
There you are. We hear you.
We're good. Yeah, it's all. I mean, go ask Gen Hex, like how serious I'm in about like PulseChain and like PulseX, that type of thing. Because we're just doing testnet stuff, right? So he was doing like free coin giveaway. Gen Hex was doing on his show and stuff, and I'm like, oh, let me send you something. I'm like, here you go. And he's like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, holy shit is right. I'm like, and I'm a guy who's not going to do anything. Like when it launches, I'm just going to sit
Hey,
back.
I'm with you, Deckard. I'm with you, man. I was overthinking it so much. It was taking what little
bro,
sleep I get. And now I'm just like, you know what? I think less is more in this
it
particular
is.
instance. For me. For me. I'm not saying for anybody else, but just for me, that's where it at.
Treat those bags like your hex. Just sit on them.
Right.
Like Marco said himself, just keep it ratchet.
What you got to understand is the fact that, like, once you get enough velocity, economic velocity, it's like you don't have to like think about or make those choices. Like you can just let things do what they do. I just, the biggest thing for me is like the holy shit moment of like what Hex did. I mean, it happened and we ran up. And think about this is like most people sacrificed, for PULSECHAIN or PLSX or even, down in February for, it just, they had more money than they had for, PULSECHAIN. They had more money for PLSX. So there's a dichotomy there. It'll be interesting to see the trade. But, like, why would you ever give up your PLSX? I'm 1-7. So I'm like 1-7 ratio for PULSECHAIN and PLSX. So, but I'm not going to do anything.
Deckard, has anybody ever told you that you have a very calming voice?
No, nobody has ever told me that.
Calming voice, so much so.
Thanks, bro.
Like I want to go like on a meditation, like getaway with
snoozer.
You dude. Like I want to go to Fiji and we go to one of them places.
NPR voice.
Where they give you like the robe and you get to sit at the base of the waterfall and we go, oh.
I've only got the
that's
sure
the guy I want to do that
microphone
with.
stuff. Like maybe I should buy a different microphone. I've heard these other guys.
Well, if you're like you're trying to do some things that you want to, I mean, I think it's fair to say you're going to be undertaking some projects that you want to get some virality and stickiness with, right?
Sure.
So you're going to need somebody that people can't take their eyes off of. Like somebody, it doesn't matter if they're a walking fucking dumpster fire. It doesn't matter if they're just so professional they knock people's socks off. It doesn't matter if it's the prettiest girl ever born who doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground about crypto.
Well,
you need something because you're the one. Listen to me. Let me finish. You're the one that's coming with the juice, like the protein, like the real shit. That's your story because your story is powerful, dog. And what you're trying to do is like even wilder. It's even nobler. So there we have the meaning. We have the meat, the purpose, the reason. Now we need the pretty little fireworks around the edges for your shit, right?
100%. I take Hexy B with me. So
wait, did you say Hexy B?
Yeah, Hexy B. She's
yeah, she was on the mission last week for the serendipitous episode.
No, we met up in Vegas at like 2:30 in the morning down on the casino floor. When I had a friend of mine from Montana out with me the last meetup, but she's a cool gal. So
she's professional. Like if you have to find a word,
she's
give me a word. If you look at somebody, say, "How's this person?" I look at her and I'm like, "Damn, she's like professional and shit."
100%. I mean, I just like her jib. I don't know.
You like the cut of her jib.
I like the cut of her jib. I honestly do. I mean,
And yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Deckard and I are indeed the oldest people on stream right now. And we like the cut of your jib.
No, I'm serious, and I always am 100% respectful towards like women and, whether they're hex gals or not hex gals, it doesn't matter. I mean, just, it's fun to have locker room talk, but I mean, when
Well, I'm vastly improved on that front, and I think it kind of showed
Okay.
during the serendipitous stream because I
Yeah, I
conducted
saw that.
myself very differently in front of the ladies.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
saw
cool.
That was funny watching you speak all proper for most of the stream.
Yeah, I kind of laid off about 37 instances where I would have said, lick my chota, kiss my balls, drink my...
Yeah,
The
it's
Mexican man knows how to act. We can't speak others.
Bubble Guy. Is Bubble Guy here? Hey, who's that
Bubble
Bubble
Guy.
Guy?
Bowler guy.
Bullish Ox is coming out with the gold in the chat today, too. I want to give him some love.
Yeah. Our chats keep getting busier. It's awesome.
I tried to get Bullish Ox to the conference, but it doesn't sound like he wants to go.
I know. What up with that, man? This is my big coming out party, dog. That's right. I'm going to tell
His
the world.
bags are too
as
small.
fuck. I'm just kidding. What?
No, I told him I'll buy you a ticket. I mean, no problem. But I think he wants to be in Vegas, but not be there. And I understand that. Because,
well, a lot of people,
respect
for whatever
for him.
reason, did the same, Deckard, with Hexpo. A lot of guys were in Vegas, but they weren't. I guess
Yeah, I get it.
a ticket.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like, I've already doxed myself, so like, I mean, there's no recovery. I don't need to hide from anybody, that type of thing.
I like
You're
that.
not-
There's no recovery. Once you dox yourself, it's pretty much it.
Once you dox, you never go back.
Yeah,
I had to make that
100%.
decision when I was on Whale Stream, because his protocol. His protocol is you
I
ain't
know.
never seeing my shit. So the day that
I
I
know.
chose to switch my camera on, it was like a deliberate thing. The reason I did, to be honest with you guys, is because I knew that I was going to be building kind of a comedy brand in the year going forward. So y'all were going to see my face. It wasn't like, oh, my God, let's check this guy out. And none of that. Come on. I don't lie to myself. But it was just like, hey, I'm building a brand where I want you to look at me and that you're getting one of two things. Like when you look at me, you're either getting the hermeticist or you're getting the complete jackass.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I got to bounce, boys.
Who's that?
My edibles have kicked in. Good.
That's why you've been quiet?
Oh, these two are having a great conversation. I didn't want to interrupt, so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I wanted to hear more of Morgan too, man. Fuck. Sorry if I cuffed
Don't worry
the
about
mic.
it. I'll be here next Monday.
Check out his financial advice segment
Okay.
on his show.
I see now you're waking me up to some things I need to know. What's the name of the channel?
What channel?
The Hexter Morgan Show.
Hexter Morgan
Oh,
Show.
that. Yeah.
He's a top financial analyst.
Oh, geez. Am I detecting sarcasm here? Oh, look at the crawl.
He called the Bitcoin top 3 times.
Hey,
Good.
I only have 21 likes on the Rolex thing, so I need 70 likes. That's my.
I'm not liking it. I don't want you to buy the Rolex. So.
Thanks for coming on, man. It was awesome.
Oh my
Nice to
God!
meet you.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry it was like pulling teeth, with the responsibilities in the schedule.
No, it was great. It was great.
But I've tried to be, a supporter of you guys since you got out the gate. It was basically my friendship with this man here, Tap that got me kind of in with you guys. So I'm happy to see that you're still rocking. And now I think we can all say comfortably, like, worst damn crypto show ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really
pleasure, man.
I'll take off the sunglasses, bro. The minute these other guys like Tap do.
Yeah. Everyone in chat, thanks for coming out. It was
Thank
awesome. So see you boys on next Monday.
Good shit.
Have a great week,
Yeah, have a
everybody.
good
We'll
one,
see you on the
Hexter.
Twitters.
Yeah, I'm
Peace
on.
out,
Be
boys.
easy. Dan, thanks for putting that down there. I am definitely looking for follows, for subscriptions, for likes, for sharing, for interaction. You cowardly motherfuckers who hate my guts, I am even inviting you. Go in, go all in with vigor, with venom. I don't care. No such thing as bad press. I am trying to support 4 little ones while working multiple jobs and volunteering for some old folks, doing a lot. So to carve out a place in my life where I can keep doing this, I need you guys' help. I don't expect material donations. A lot of us are in the same boat nowadays. If you have it to give, there's dirty fiat address, fucking crypto address. But a lot of y'all just a thumbs up and a share, would fucking be huge for us. So thank you. And thank you, Dan, for posting that on the crawl.
Yeah, of course, my pleasure. There was a comment in the chat, Hex Deck from Bullish. He said, "Sounds like you really want the watch. You don't need the likes."
I do want to watch.
Yeah, why do you need the likes, man? You said it.
Because it's a game, right?
Oh,
game
okay.
theory.
It's like a promotional effort for Prosperity
fun,
Project.
right.
Okay.
It's a game theory thing. It's like if you get them, then you do, and if you don't, you don't. But put your money where your mouth is, right? Like if I couldn't go and buy the watch right now, because actually I did transfer the money from my wallet to Coinbase, but I'm like, why not do it for the same outrage marketing that Richard is doing?
Yeah, I don't think that would work too well with you, man. I don't know if you're built for outrage marketing.
I am not built for outrage marketing. I'll be 100%. It doesn't matter.
That would be like Crypto Heartbeat coming on the air and talking like Rothschild or something like lick my balls, you dumb cocksucker.
Well, look up here.
Wait,
all right.
what?
The watch is that color. It's got the Heartbeat. It's got the numbers. It's got the whole thing. Goddamn, I want.
Thank you, Bullish Ox. Bullish Ox invoking the Rothschild no coin, no token sacrifice.
I'll do it because it's stupid, right? Why
I'll
buy
do it because it's stupid. You should get that on a T-shirt, man. I will do it.
I have some T-shirts, right? I wear them all the time.
Not financial advice. Yeah, we all need that.
This is not financial advice. People do not, spend your money buying Rolexes in a down market. Please don't. No, it's just fun.
You could troll them and say you're giving the watch away, and it'd be like, psych.
I'm not giving the watch away. I love the fucking
No,
watch.
but you could.
It's
you
fun.
Get 2 watches. Give one away, and.
Oh no, I gotta buy 2 watches. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna buy one.
Telling the wrong time.
But do it down the bear time, literally. I could have bought 10 of these watches. If you went back to August time, we're in a down market, we're a down market cycle. God dang.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up earlier, but to that point, I don't know if you guys heard me say it, but I'm fleshing out some of my analysis always by looking at the analysis of people, with more notches in their belt, maybe more advanced. I've, had whales in the arsenal, for a year now. I also have already had that waters above in my arsenal since way long before Crypto Coffee shared them with our community. But, I'm distilling information across a panoply of valuable motherfuckers and then running it through my own understanding and filter. And that's where the regurgitation comes back out. Mm-hmm. I think that this could be the mother of all fucking mothers. And when I say that, it's because we have now crossed some Rubicon, okay? And they want to get it done. They have all their wish list, their Christmas wish list, they do, the dark occultist puppet masters, and they say, we need to get this done, this done, this done, this done. And that CBD motherfucking C is right there. Now, let me tell you how you do that. Guys, after Rosh Hashanah, which, by the way, is simply, okay, I'm not even going to go into how many fucking Jewish people I love and have in my life. I am in no way racist or whatever.
What date is Rosh Hashanah?
The only race is fucking humanity. But in any event, I have nothing against Jewish people. I think they're beautiful, lovely people. That having been said,
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, the lunar calendar, okay, is marked out by certain holidays. Yeah, depends which tradition you're looking at. If you were looking at Wicca, it would be something else. If you're looking at the Chinese, it's something else. Well, here, for the sake of New York financial, markets and the way things move, the time of day is always Eastern time. Okay, I don't care what you're talking about. Also, the holidays are always the Jewish ones. And it will be Rosh Hashanah, which marks the end of a period that we are currently in. It's a cleansing period for them where they kind of go in, they take Viagra, the bad guys, basically. Okay. And when they pull the trigger on the machinations that they have set up right now, we're going to see some fun shit go down. Now, I personally have predicted $440 Ethereum, October, November. I think we're looking at an 11K Bitcoin, and that might be extremely generous the more I look at it. Here's the other feature. I think we know not how important this pulse chain fork is, because we have looked at, I think it was with your boy Frosty last week, made some salient points about how tenuous our existence on this fucking little network, Vitalik, quote unquote. He doesn't fucking run shit, guys. He's a face at this point. That's a tenuous situation right there. And I would postulate, my friends, remember I said it, and you could take me to task and make fun of me if it doesn't happen. But I think in November, December, we seriously could be looking at like 75, 80% of all ERC20s going bye-bye.
Yeah.
A lot of shitcoin projects are going to be going the way of the dinosaur, but ERC20s are going to be up fucking shit's creek. Now, you will have things that remain after the trauma, and I can guarantee you they're going to be the ones, as we alluded to when I first came on, the guys who are in something with the federal government, right? Like, look what Ripple, for example, is doing. Like the mainstream media thing for John 40 Hour is to go, well, those guys are in a heap of trouble. They're just in this protracted legal thing. Boy, oh boy. Guys, if you only could imagine what happens behind closed doors. Those motherfuckers are fucking all molded up and ready to go at Ripple. That they're going to try and parlay that tech, that project directly into the CBDC thing, as they will, as I said earlier, Algorand, VeChain basis for logistics. Oh, and regarding logistics, part of the cleansing that I'm talking about, guys, and the aftershocks of it is, guys, especially if you got kids, please get your houses in order. Get your fucking ammunition, not saying you're going to have to use it. Get yourself clean, potable water. If you're doing containers, you better fucking have a lot. Toilet paper, guys, that was a joke. That was a joke, guys. They were literally saying, this is how we view humanity. Let's shine a big spotlight on the fact that these filthy pig animals, right, bought up all the toilet paper. What's coming after Rosh Hashanah? We're going to see a distribution chain that cracks right in half. A lot of things were leading up to it. The boat that blocked the Suez Canal, earlier this year, we saw the reverberations of that shit. All these little things, they're just kind of showing us the feature. I think it could be problematic. So, have your rice, have your beans, have your potable water, figure some shit out. Figure out alternative ways of even doing things that maybe don't lean on their traditional models. And no, I'm not saying use the side of your hand to wipe your ass.
What's going on? Everyone's burning down chicken hens and all that. I think over 60 food producing places burned down in the last 6 months or something. I found
Isn't it
article.
uncanny?
For it.
A central failure point, right, is extremely beneficial to the manipulators. Let me give you an example. You guys, any of you who like to shoot, we've all seen what happened with ammo like 2 years ago, right? And it was like not only very difficult to get your favorite box, but you're paying fucking out the nose for it. Now I'm thinking, well, this is obviously manipulation, but I couldn't figure out at what angle it was happening. And then I found out there's a magical, central, easily manipulatable point at which they can break that thing. It's called the primer. There's like globally, there were literally only 5 companies, 3 domestic, that could literally make every bullet's chemicals that were needed for your primer. Fucking, they burnt down, just like the brother said. Oh my God, I can't believe it. those companies that make that necessary element for all ammunition, well, gosh darn it, they all just fucking burn down. Can you believe that? It's called an okey doke. I don't know. What y'all think?
I feel like we're gonna be hungry for a while if they do.
Not us. We're going to be prepared.
It's going to be weird for a lot of other people.
It's going to be the hardest part, Tap, is watching the suffering of other people.
It's been weird watching how things unfolded just the past 5-6 months. You know, everybody was all shocked by these interest rates and gas going up, rent going up. I'm sitting on the sideline, low key I was telling people like, "Yo, get ready, stuff is about to get bad."
The pipeline hack was another one, my brother. That was another one.
And it's just, you try your best to try to warn the people you care about, but unfortunately, people feel like they know what they know, and now we're here, and it's only going to get worse from here. And again, you try to tell them like, "Yo, try to put some things aside. Try to like, if you can't even financially prep yourself, at least mentally prep yourself."
Yeah, that's huge, brother. You make a great point.
For the heartache coming ahead, because I understand, like, you know, people only got their salary. People can only do so much.
Yes,
especially if you got kids. That's a whole different story. I can't even speak on that. But yeah, people just losing their sanity. People just letting this destroy their peace. People forgetting that it's summertime. Like, people not even enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Well, you bring up a really good point, Tap. Think about it.
There was someone
the world goes into upheaval, and it's your first foray into having to deal with that. Like, so not only are you not able to gas up the vehicle or get clean water, and the kids are crying and shit's complicated and it's very uncomfortable, but you're also going through your fucking genesis, like mental breakdown, aka like awareness of how things actually are. I'm sorry, but that's not the moment I want to experience that for the first time. It was hard enough when I went through it, right? That's, you made me think of that, Tap.
And I'm thinking about all my peers. You know, I'm in my mid-20s. You know, we all, quote unquote, finished school. We try to get into the workforce. I had some other friends who went to the medical field, and they just now finishing up school. But they're now into this world when they kind of have this false hope that they can make moves. But
right.
They don't really get like how badly stacked up the odds is now against us. It was stacked up beforehand. We understood that beforehand. But it's about to be a whole different other beast.
Oh my God. Could you imagine waking up after you just finished a medical degree? It'd be like literally, like I somehow get the history of the Rockefeller junket and their influence on the medical and pharmaceutical industries across your desk. And your young mind has just graduated and you're ready to hop in now. Okay. You're going to gotta get a residency. And now I'm just going to show you how your industry is in no way concerned with the health or wellness of the population. As a matter of fact, your industry is betting dollars to donuts that every motherfucker on this planet can be desperately unwell. And when the pills that they give you for the problem don't work enough, they give you some more, and then you start having reactions, right, to the pills you're taking. So then they got to give you some pills for the reactions to the pills that you took because the pills didn't. Right, okay. So, honey, I know you worked really, really hard for this degree, and you're proud of yourself, and you should be, because that's a lot of work, and it shows you can do the work.
A lot of work.
But I have to tell you something, and this is going to kind of suck. I know a native girl who showed me that a root in my backyard can literally fix that entire problem. No, you don't want to hear that shit, do you? No. No wonder they look down their noses at that shit. They got too much fucking staked.
I can say, at least for my peer, for my generation that I know of, it's kind of split on that thinking. Like, yeah, we're more aware of that Eastern medicine. but it's also like you're kind of stuck in this industry.
Well, the other end of that is I've seen people fuse it though, Tap. You know what I mean? Like they've taken the organic, like holistic shit and fused it a little bit with Western allopathic, making a stronger, newer that's functional medicine.
Right. Now, I hope they can get into something like that, but a lot of times I've seen a couple of friends who are very hopeful beings wanting to help humanity.
Oh, that's noble.
But a couple of them, as they went through the schooling, they started to learn more. They started to educate themselves on the history of Western medicine, and they kind of went into the rabbit hole of everything else, and they just dropped out. And it was some these I'm talking about. These are the smartest kids I knew of at the time, who you look at them, you say, "Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be a doctor. She's gonna be a surgeon." Easy.
Yeah. And they've played the game. You know, they played the game to win the game because they were taught that's how the game works. So I gotta go overtime.
Yeah, they were shoved that by their parents. Like, no, you gotta go to school. You gotta get your education.
Oh my!
You gotta get this mortgage. You have to listen to these laws. You gotta follow us this way. There's no other way. There's no other
and if you do, there's a pot of gold waiting for you at the end of that rainbow of compliance. Right?
Yep.
Right? Guess what?
You get fucked by the pot of gold. That's about it.
Oh yeah, that pot of gold. That ain't gold in that pot.
Is it?
It's hot and it's bubbling, but it ain't gold.
Is it even a pot anymore? Can we even call it a pot?
You guys saw the article I pulled up? It was 97
I
processing
didn't open
plants.
it. I'm kind of scared.
I was sharing it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was 97 from the beginning of the year till the last one was 613.
Damn.
97 processing plants burned down. Whether it's like chicken coops, all this. I mean, different.
Oh my God! If people cannot fucking see this as crisply and clearly as you could see anything, then I got nothing for you.
I mean, why should they? I mean, they can just go back and turn on the game and just forget about everything. You know.
Bob Lagai, throw that up. Throw that up right there. There it is. I hear this shit every day of my life.
Wasn't it your uncle or your cousin Rothschild that created Western medicine?
My brother is we call him Jesus hands. My brother, he's got the gift, man. But he's one of those chiropractors that will literally explain to you and make you feel how a condition that seemingly in your traditional way of thinking could have nothing to do with something else. Because we're just going around here with this static belief that spinal column here, brain here, cock here, knees here, hips here. It's your spine and your gut, like, are literally like the basis of everything going on. So if your hips, for example, are killing you, are you ready to accept that it could be the lack of a healthy microbiome in your gut that's causing your hips to hurt? No, people don't fucking think that way, but that's literally how it works. And he'll do manipulations on you that, I've seen people come off my brother's table and you're high, like you're literally high from getting this adjustment, because what the brother did is he just opened up an bioelectromagnetic energy pathway for you that's, been blocked since ? Who knows? It's wild stuff, man. And another thing it is, other than wild, is it's empowering, because it lets us know that, God, it isn't like some mystery cipher that our wellness is within our grasp. Like, we can affect it, right? Pretty cool. Bubble guy killed it with that one, though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they just want you to get a hip surgery.
Oh, yeah. And they want to hope it doesn't work out so they can do a follow-up procedure.
They got to take pills after the surgery to,
yeah,
take care of whatever side effect happened because of it.
Right. And with any luck, you'll get addicted to the painkillers too. And that'll be a boon for them, because then they got you on the rehab angle, the therapy angle. It's telling you.
And it was another thing that kind of sucks watching all this. It's the elder folks in my family.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
And it's like they keep glued to this dumbass news, and they keep watching it, feeling like it's all facts. And I try to explain to them, like, yo, like, there's an agenda behind it. There's marketing behind it. You don't know what you're talking about. And I try to send them articles like, check this out. Like, check out this website.
I know.
Like take some time to look at it. But people don't even want to read. People don't even want to open their minds up. I'm from that generation, from my experience, because
No, you're right. You're right. I'm seeing it too, and it's breaking my heart because we're talking about the last people that I have, that are in that generation. I mean, losing mom was redefinition everything time, for me, and it was highly unexpected. Just like every other goddamn bad thing, losing business, losing house, losing wife, everything, just the stacking function of difficulties, right? But now we're left now with Papa, Papa used to be such a cutting edge thinker, a powerful intellect, this guy. I mean, I dare say I probably found out about Bill Cooper and David Icke from my own dad. How many people can say that shit, right? But he now, we come to find out in his fear and in his reservations now that stuff was just entertainment. You know what I mean? Yeah, those were like ghost novels to him. They weren't meant to be taken seriously, I'm learning now. So when his doctor prescribes him 37,000 pills, he always says yes. And the poor man, I'll be straight up, he ain't had a good day. And I do not think my father will ever have another good day since he took each one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's hurting in every way possible. And they're telling him, they have the gall. They have the fucking gall, these people, to say they know best and we should comply. I got a better idea. How about you fucking lick on my fucking brown balls and gargle my fucking load, dude? Because it is disgusting. It is disgusting. The apex of disgusting is that they have a Hippocratic oath. I mean, literally, first, do no harm. The fucking thing should say, first thing we're going to do is fucking do harm. Be honest.
For real.
God damn, it makes me want to vomit, man.
But the best you can do is just keep on being your voice and hope whoever listens will listen and ask you questions when you can. Because being in this hex community now, being this voice I have, I had people come out the woodworks who I didn't mess with a lot back in my past, who hit me up. Now I'm like, yo, I see you talking about such and such, and I feel where you're coming from. Can you teach me a little bit more? People who I never thought I would have reconnected with, people who I thought I would never, be on the same level on. So I guess it's a blessing we got to take in disguise, hopefully.
I like that. That's what's up.
Because at this point, you just got to, when I first got in, I wanted to teach everybody everything. I was watching those only videos. I was trying to tell my mom, my grandma, oh, interest rate, guys, inflation, guys, da-da-da-da-da-da. Ain't nobody want to listen to me. They see me.
Yeah, I know that feeling. You're all excited about the truth you have to share. And the more excited you get about it, the more people are like, no.
Yeah, like, get away. But now, anybody who wants to listen, that's who I give my energy to at this point. Because other than that, I'm going to be chilling and enjoying this summer.
There you go, man. Yeah, if you can find that space for yourself, that is entirely what's up.
Yeah.
You still gotta have fun. You gotta have fun out here. You gotta have a good time. People are legit. They stopped having fun. They are halting themselves from just enjoying life. They are forgetting that your life is precious. Like, just the fact that you're living is just a precious, rare thing, and you should take as much opportunity as you can to make it as awesome as you can, no matter what BS is happening around you. I'm like, don't get me wrong, there's BS around you and it sucks. You gotta take responsibility and try to fix it, but there's still a beautiful life you can live.
I agree. I agree. Sometimes I need help with that, brother. Sometimes I need reminded, but we do. We got to breathe. And like Mama said, of all the wisdom, she said, man, if you start every day with some gratitude, you will never go wrong. Just some gratitude, right? Because I'd be thinking about how fucked up everything got. And you're going through that laundry list, how fucked up everything is. If you can remember, wow, neurons still firing, lungs still drawing air, just doing whatever you got to do, man. Because I've been in some dark places, man. Dark ass places. That's the only thing that got me through was remembering some of that gratitude.
And even with waking up, having gratitude, like just wake up and remember that bad spot you was in a year ago, 2 years ago, and think about how miserable you felt back then and how you thought nothing would ever get better. Hey, I'm not saying everything's perfect right now, but shit is much better than whatever you was going through that year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
Hey, man, I don't know who out there would even want to admit it, but more people than we know or care to admit have kind of treated our depression by abusing those pain pills that they made so abundantly available. Did we not? Right? So for me, getting a glimpse of gratitude only took me getting clear of them motherfuckers, right? Because when you're living with that monkey on your back, which is, let's call it what it is. It's like having a heroin habit. It's like being a heroin junkie. Okay. When you're taking the oxys and the perks and the Vicodins every day. Look, you can't even get up and get out of bed without a dose just to normalize your fucking life. Once you fucking have to live your life with that monkey on your back, man, it ain't a long journey to find some gratitude, dude. I'll tell you, man, you just be like, oh, I just remembered I'm here and I don't need that to even, start the shower. Praise be. New life, sing out.
And over in Philly, that Oxy Perks thing is terrible over here.
Fuck.
Got kids like 15, 16, 17, and they be going through crazy stuff. Parents got shot up. They saw their best friend get shot up. Freaking baby mama got ran over.
Oh, we got so much of it in Philly, don't we, Tap?
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy weirdo stuff. But you just gotta find that happiness. You gotta escape the negativity. You have to learn what is happening in your life that's continuing to make you need a substance or an escape that is bad for you. You need to look in the mirror and be like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm doing A, B, and C, and it's bad for me. It's always been bad for me.
And sometimes since we don't have the proper amounts of self-love, it takes looking at the reverberations of how my actions are either directly or peripherally affecting those whom I care about, and I ain't even really talking about the kids because God, thank you, Lord, that I was able to maintain, show up and do right, got clear in time that they're not left a smoldering mess of PTSD for the rest of their life because of my bullshit decisions. I wasn't trying to hear that shit, but anybody going through it, it's not automatic. It's not easy by a stretch. I do want to reassert one thing. And I think everybody here, as well as all of our streamers, will say this. We all have different wheelhouses of expertise. We all have a different story, have different challenges, right? But at the end of the day, the unifier is that we care about our people. You guys think I'm over the top sometimes, or they think, man, that Thoughts he got a mean streak. You know what that mean streak is? That's the attitude I have for defense of my nation, of my people. Okay. And I'm just the type from the time out there that I'm kind of going to meet fucking fire with fire in a lot of situations. I'll often tell you, I'll be like, I'm not the one. I am not the one. You could gas up that other fruity dumb bastard. He might believe you're bullshit, but I'm not the one, son. Okay, just so we're clear. So I'll step with that. And sometimes, you know, your gift is your bane. You overdo it. You know, sometimes I know that I'm still working on a lot of shit, but I have stuff that I want to share. It can help make you a little bit more bulletproof. So my point then is, if you all know any young men or young women that are struggling, you got to send them in the direction of the people who have been the boots on the ground. If you send a young man, for example, who first off is struggling with depression, so that's why he went down the fucking rabbit hole in the first place, and now he's got monkey 1 on his back, and monkey 1 created monkeys 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, plus he's still depressed. Now he's got the economic problems. Now he's been cast away from all of his friends, all of his fucking family. It's basically a pretty hopeless situation out here for this young man. Got the whole fucking rest of his life in front of him. He's not going to do too well with the advice of some fucking highfalutin cocksucker who never even took a drink of scotch, much less understands what heroin or Oxycontin addiction is like. So my point is, if you got somebody that's struggling like that in your orbit, you got to get them to the resources that have known the ledge. You got to get them to somebody who knows the ledge and can speak to them. No bullshit, right? I mean, that's all I'm saying. I mean, I got to be careful because I can't be responsible for somebody else's shit. But guys, I'm here. You know, I'm especially got me a soft spot for our young men, our 20 and 30 something young men who are directionless, who don't have any allies, who don't have any fucking resources, who got addicted to the fucking drugs. They're now looked at as the enemies of the world because of what's hanging between their legs. I mean, there's just nothing going right. And I don't care if they're fucking purple. Okay. All my fucking cracker brothers, all my fucking city brothers, all my fucking Latino brothers, every fucking buddy. This is a new age we live in now. Okay. They took all that shit down. That window dressing is gone. Okay. If you're a young man and you're struggling, that's what it is. And I'm, for what it's worth, I can't wave a magic wand and help nobody materially, but I am here to at least talk somebody off the ledge. You know what I mean? Because I don't wish it on anybody. I don't wish what I went through on anybody at all. You know? So that's what it is, you know? Each one teach one. That ain't just about blockchain finances. We got people teaching about health, about healthy minds, healthy bodies, good diet, ways of living, protocols. There's a lot of wisdom coming out of this motherfucker. So anyway, I'm sorry. That's a rant.
It's all good.
Real quick, I
You
want
like Freddie Quotes, it says in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Your favorite rapper is Freddie Quotes. That's what chat
Oh,
said.
look, I don't like his music or his flow, but I think from what everybody tells me, he's an excellent guy. And you have to be able to differentiate that. Like Freddie Quotes, peace, love, brother. I am so happy you are living a life that you enjoy, my man, and I wish you nothing but more of that. I just wouldn't be caught dead playing his shit because I don't like it. There's no accounting for taste. Anybody who wants to know more about the bag I come out of and some of my life story, I am a very transparent person. You know, like I told who was complaining about, I said, listen, I was in a rhyme cipher with Black Thought. Okay. I was in a room with RZA. Like I have just a way of seeing things. I have a standard. So how about this? Take this one home. Thoughtchild is a stuck up prick face when it comes to fucking hip hop. Cool.
Hip Hop Maxi.
I'll be that.
Old school only.
Hip Hop Maxi.
Hip Hop Maxi. I like the project, the Hex affiliated project Maxi a lot.
Yeah, we all like it. I mean, I do. I don't know about Tap. You like Maxi, Tap?
Did you get in on Maxi?
You know what? I did a little bit.
Me too. I didn't go as hard as I could, but I got a little piece.
Should have got more.
I got a little piece of everything, man. Like that's for me. That's how I play. I got a little piece of everything. I ain't got too much fiat to be throwing around stuff, so I'm gonna throw what I can, sit back for a couple years, and I'll see what happens. Man.
See what happens. See where we're at, right? Now,
Yeah.
So now we're like, I wake up the other day and all of a sudden you're adding 3 things to your to-do list. And I'm like, what is it? Team, base, Akosa, you know? And I'm like, FOMO again, more FOMO. Because they all sound good as fuck.
Yeah, they do. Especially base. I like base. I don't know about the team one. You got to stake your maxi, and they burn it. So I got to read more into that. But
see, do you guys see the smoke starting to come out of my ears here?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A couple of the last few weeks, a lot of stuff came out. I just haven't even taken the time to look at anything. Because, well, first of all, I've just been on vacation. I just been outside. Like, I've been enjoying life. I haven't even had time to think about or worry about crypto.
Now, I got to say something real quick. I do want to stay on base, on team, and Akosa, because we should get back on some more crypto shit. But real quick, Bob, I didn't know that's how that got brought up. Bob, don't do that, man. Like, seriously. Like, my life is hard enough, my brother, just for trying to speak the truth. I do. Please don't go stirring up that shit, man. I am not trying to get in a fucking cracker rap war with fucking Freddie quotes, okay? Like, oh, god damn, man. Bob.
Talk about cringe level.
Oh, I mean, it's hard enough. It's hard enough up in this motherfucker being me. We don't need to go reminiscing now. I'll be right back. God bless you, though. I like Bubble Guy. Not for nothing.
I freaking hilarious.
yeah, got me some maxi, and that just in case.
I got Maxi, Hedron, Post Doge still. I sold some when it actually I freaking accidentally sold the top at a Post Doge for some hex. And technically, I guess it's still in profit price wise, but it's just for me it's fun dipping my toes in all this stuff and just seeing what happens at the end. Plus, I got to wait a couple years till I could do anything anyway. So
yeah, same. I actually got Orca was doing this NFT thing. Some Pokemon NFT or something, so I got a couple of those.
God damn, how many NFTs he's doing? Last time I heard it was with the cats.
It's like I don't even know all the details, but it's pretty much Pokemon NFT, and then it's a game where you learn crypto or how crypto works while you're playing this game.
Didn't he call it not Nintendo?
Not Nintendo,
yeah. That ogre, man.
No, but they have the license to sell the NFTs as Pokemon, so it's the real deal. But
oh shit,
I got a question real quick. I got to run to the bathroom before I go. Did anybody try to reach out to Trap Gravity?
Nah.
That was supposed to be the auspices under which I was coming on, as we were going to run Trap v Thothschild version 2.0, which started last week on Rags to Riches.
I think he was copied on the Twitter, whatever message we were all talking on. So I assume he saw it.
Cool. Yeah, I got a little disturbed because he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be working in culverts until that time. I was like, God damn, I know this motherfucker's a cowboy. He just said culvert. I'll be funny. Wait a minute.
It's Trap Gravity.
Oh, I got to flee now. He might pull out one of them high-powered
Let the bands play.
Let the bands play.
Let the bands play.
Where's what's her name? Hot Pearl.
Under my bed.
Oh man.
What's going on? Bullish, what you up to?
Chilling off edibles.
Nice.
Actually, let me fix this before people actually think. I'll be right back.
So Dan, what did y'all talk about last week? If you don't mind filling me in, I haven't watched any streams lately because I just been not able to.
I don't remember what was talked last week. Who was on last week?
I think y'all have Frosty.
Oh yeah, it was Frosty. Wales was on a little bit. I got to go through the stream again because I was in and out, but it lingered for like 5 hours.
Damn. All right.
So, but yeah, Frosty got a little turn last week. But they were talking about doing the nodes for PULSECHAIN, where we could, I guess, our whole ecosystem would buy these nodes and we could spin them up and pretty much be more decentralized.
Yes. Yes, I remember we talked about that a couple weeks ago. So they were just talking more game theory on that, or was it like more progress on the situation?
I don't think there was any progress. I know he was doing some research on what it would take and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a private Telegram group with a bunch of engineers and developers and network admins and all kinds of people. We're trying to like make this happen, so we're working on it behind the scenes.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that would be huge, man. We don't have to rely on anyone in case anything goes sideways.
Yep. So we'll see how that goes. Good thing is that we have some time. So, and technically, it's not that difficult to set up. So it's more of just making it easy for someone to be like, yeah, I want to buy one.
Yeah, the way he was explaining it didn't seem like it was rocket science to put it together. You just have to have multiple individuals with a same vision and able to put in that effort.
Yeah, because all the tech is there, all the hardware is there. It's not like we're reinventing anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to package it, it's a nice little package.
Yep.
Do you guys know what, as far as the cost, like a range maybe of what the cost would be? Or
It really depends on like we're testing out like 2 tech stacks, so it can be anywhere from like 500 to like 1500, depending on like what the final specs look like.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Makes
a little
sense.
hefty.
Yeah, it's definitely hefty. Because again, it's setting up in a way where it's easy for someone to just plug and play and not have to like go through all the steps to like do it for like $250 like I can. You just have to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I understand. User friendly, you just plug it in and go.
yeah.
But I really don't remember what else was talked about. According to Bob Lagai, it was one of his favorite streams.
Which one? The one with Frosty?
Last week.
Last week when I was out.
Yeah.
I know him and Wales went at it for a little bit. They were arguing about something.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was actually a nice little debate.
Okay.
It's definitely worth the rewatch because there was a lot of alpha in there.
Bet. There's a lot of I got to catch up on so many streams, man. I haven't watched shit in like over 9 days now.
That can be a good thing.
No, it really is. It really is. Like one thing, like my mom asked me the day I got back, how was it not being in the crypto space? How was it just being back in the normal world? And I told like it's refreshing. It's like a restart button in a way, especially being out on the cruise and stuff. Because you gotta get away from it because it's a lot of noise in this space, and it can really congest your mind and your spirit.
Absolutely.
If you let it, or not even if you let it, it just does sometimes. Every 2 hours is another freaking hack. There's another $1 billion that was lost from something, or
you start believing the Earth is flat.
Yes. and now we got this. And now we got Pride with all this other craziness going on. So disconnect, people. Disconnect. It's good for you.
Yeah, too much of anything is not good.
For real. Oh, real quick, it says from that post-chain news and talk Twitter profile. It says that post-chain has now surpassed 100 projects launching. Now sitting at 105 projects that's supposed to be launching when post-chain comes out.
Not bad.
Damn, that's a lot.
And that's only what they're aware of, because there's like a bunch of stuff I'm aware of, because I spent a lot of time doing stuff on BSC. That's where I degen at. And there's a lot of projects from like BSC that are being forked over that no one even knows about, because like people just don't spend time over there. But there's way more than 100. I can say that much. Way more than 100. There's people launching multiple projects at the same time.
It's going to be just a wild ride, man.
I was going to say, even within our community, there's some people that said they're going to launch projects but haven't announced anything yet. So
yeah, it's funny. Like every time I'm like start, I basically get in, myself, but I infiltrate because I'm trying to get information. So once they see that I'm trustworthy, they just start sending me screenshots and shit and like, oh, check this out. What do you think? Oh, check this out. What do you think? And I'm like, oh shit, this shit is launching. Oh, these people are not messing around.
Yeah. So you're the mole?
I'm not the mole. I just know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Thought it was Sam this whole time.
Nah. I'm the one feeding them shit usually. Like, yo, go check this out. That's the good thing about like working with Sam and Jim Rat is I can pretty much just like, hey, I looked into this. Give me your thoughts. And like Sam's gonna give me a completely different perspective on it, and Jim Rat's gonna give a completely different perspective. And I still do it anyway, regardless of what they say.
Now, what you do on their on the Jim Rat show is really awesome, and I really love seeing them go back and forth, especially Sam's side, because he's so new to crypto. Yeah. But he's already successful in his own right, so he looks at it from a whole different view. He'd be asking questions that even I sit back and be like, "Oh yeah, how you really thought of that?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I love about it, because he comes at it from a completely different perspective. It's like, oh shit, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, to give you an example on that, like when we were going through the whole Cult DAO stuff, and we had the co-founder on there, and I was thinking all kinds of stuff about it, and then he was like, "Hey, if you don't like it, at the very least, you can use it as a way to, speculate on what, projects to invest into." And it was like, oh shit, you're right. It was like, the list is right there. Look, it's like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So it like, little things like that, it just makes you look at things a little different. But as far as like what I do with to answer your question with the show, they call me the producer, but I'm not really producing much. I'm just pretty much helping them out behind the scenes, keeping them on track, make sure they don't go left, because they can be talking about one topic and then Jim Rat will say something randomly. Now they're talking about this random thing for like 20 minutes. And it's like, guys, don't forget about what we're talking about. Helping them get guests on the show and stuff like that. Helping them out, like a little bit of production stuff. I wouldn't like say like full blown like producer. And then I got this stuff coming out with CZ. Oh, you probably haven't heard about this yet. You heard about DSL?
Dick sucking lips? Yeah.
Nah. DeFi sexy ladies.
No, I have not heard about that.
I have not actually.
Yeah, so it's a show that CZ is gonna be hosting, that I'm gonna be producing. It's gonna be pre-recorded. It's not gonna be live, so this way I can actually edit it and have music, sound effects, motion graphics, the whole 9 yards. So the launch date for that, I believe, is July 9th. And if you go to DeFiSexyLadies.com, all the social links are there to YouTube and all that good stuff. Give a little snippet of what the intro will look like too.
Yeah, did she throw up the intro yesterday?
Oh wow, yeah, there's a whole site up and everything.
yeah, there's you can sign up to her channel a whole bit. Yeah.
Talking to me, bro.
That's what's up. CZ, that's going to be a show. Yeah, you're going to have her on there. That's going to be a show.
Yeah, she approached me. You know what I mean? She approached me and she said, she wants to do something. She wants to work with me. And, we spent like about 2 weeks brainstorming and, setting things up. And that's what we came up with, DSL.
Oh, I love that.
That's so awesome. That's just another testament on how valuable this community is. You had CZ hit up Bullish. You'd be like, yo, Bullish, I want to do this thing. They took their time, brainstorm, got the nuances out the way, and now they got a show coming out.
It's amazing network, isn't it, man?
It's a great name because people are going to remember it.
Yeah. So, you know, in DSL, you know, you let her talk, you know, she's loose with the mouth.
Yeah.
So immediately, you know, people hear DSL and they're like, oh, dick sucking lips. And it's like, nah, D5 sexy ladies, tune in.
That's entertainment, though.
Yeah.
You know, when people pop off, take it from Daddy here. That's entertainment. Hey, I picked some kale for you guys, by the way.
Oh, nice. How's it going, brother? How you doing?
Bullish ox. I know that voice. See, my man, he came out the box early on, man, when I became a content creator. And he's like, guys, I know where Thoughts coming from, man. I grew up in the Northeast urban environment. Of course I know what he's speaking.
Yeah. You know what it is? We're misunderstood where we come from.
That the people think it's hate for hate's sake. It is not that. It's like our defense. It's our sweater against like the cold of the world or something, right?
Yep.
But I don't know, man. People in
I'm
Philly,
I'm a hippie out in the woods growing kale.
people in Philly are like more real and they're, I guess, friendlier in some ways as well.
If you get us in your corner, we will literally die for you. We will go to war with you.
If you a solid person, you ain't on no BS, and you bring value to whatever we got going on, we got you. We got you.
He ain't never lied.
Brotherly love.
Still hate the Sixers though, and the Phillies.
These no, honestly, the Sixers today, again, I'm not no sports guy, but god damn, makes it hard. It makes it hard sometimes.
The Heat work out too much. You guys are out of shape. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, trust the plan, yo.
What's the plan?
Yeah, what was the plan? Fucking suck ass.
Let me play this real quick for y'all.
Suck ass to a championship.
This is just a little tease of what the intro for the show is gonna look like. It's actually way longer than this, but you know, we put a little teaser up there for people to see. That's all y'all got.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
I like the picture of her drinking vodka.
So RH twerking in there?
No, I missed that.
See, this is why I'm trying to get at you, Bullish.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Well, I'm saying, you know, like I got what I got, and it's a good bit of got, but I ain't got some glaring things, and I'm trying to get them. And you're one of them guys whose brains I want to pick.
Yeah, man, we'll set it up. I know we were supposed to touch base today, but like I was at the dentist all morning, and I gotta, you know.
Well, we're both family men, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm actually dealing with the two kids now. Wifey's out. I'm waiting for her to get home. I'm watching them on the daddy cam. That's what I like to call it. So I'm watching them on the daddy cam, and then once my lady gets home, then it's like, all right, I'm at peace.
Yeah, but when they got daddy, I bet they got all the daddy, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, like my kids, they don't know, you know, unless I'm out like on business. My kids don't know what it's like being away from me. Since the day my son was born, he's been with me 24/7. Same thing with my daughter.
See now, that's what I'm talking about. Fathers, this is how you got to do it. People think it's an ideal, man. It's like a real time thing, and every morning you got to renew your commitment. Every morning.
Yeah, I was saying in the chat, like every morning when I wake up, like I know I'm blessed, and I don't take it for granted. Like I get to, you know, for many years I've been able to work from home, you know, and that's given me the ability to, like, you know, spend all the time, you know, with my children. You know what I mean? So
it's a beautiful thing, man.
I don't take that for granted. So,
yo, my fucking like depression that I got post divorce. Let me tell you something. There wasn't a fucking milliliter of that was sorrow over the end of the relationship.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, all right, cool. I wasn't even bummed out that I had just bought a house that I was moving out of. Like, I'm cool with that too. The only aspect of it that kept fucking me up, I couldn't deal with, was like the idea that I would ever be spending a night not in the same residence with the kid. It was fucking me up, dude. Still fucks me up, you know, but I'm doing it. I said, you want me to go? You want me to go? I'll go as long as I get dual custody.
It's fun. We were talking about that in Spaces this morning. Danny, I think you were in there this morning, right? When we were talking about that.
Yeah, I was in there.
Yeah, and Famous was going off. Yeah, but I said it in his face. It's like, yeah, it's hard and everything, but you know, if my wife was to come to me tomorrow and be like, hey, I want you out, and it's like, yeah, you can stay with the house. You know what I mean? You can stay with whatever the fuck you want, as long as my kids are straight.
Yeah. So we got. Is this true? Oh, okay. I was confused as fuck. Now I'm starting to understand things because I'm looking. Bullish Ox is not trap gravity. I got
No. I changed it
because I thought there were 6 of us in here now, but then I'm like, why is there only 5? Oh, because that's Bullish Ox. That ain't trap.
Yes, sir.
Switch the name back. He might fall for it.
They say I'm half intelligent, but I'm dumber than a bag of rocks on a lot of fronts.
Real quick with this little downtime, I want to recommend this book I started to read.
Oh yeah, I've read that book. It's a good book.
It's a nice book.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, I didn't read it. I heard it. I had the audio book. I was listening.
Okay.
See, Tap, that's kind of funny to me, almost counterintuitive, because that title of that book is literally imprinted on your DNA from birth, but they write books like that so that housewives can, you know, get some attitude. I don't think you need it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're from Philly, like you should already have that in you.
No, you know what's funny? As I was reading the book, I'm still reading through it, but as I'm reading the content of it, there was a December. I'm gonna share this with everyone. December 2019, I decided to go see therapy to go to therapy because I was living in a cycle of bullshit and kept running into the same problems, and I was blaming everybody else. But then I took a moment to be like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm an asshole.
That's a moment, man.
It was a moment, and just the whole experience, the whole journey, you know, just figuring out, hey, you're not that great of a person as you thought you were. Here's the things that you do that's not so great. Here's how you manipulate people. Now that you know that, I wasn't told how to be better, but just knowing the wrong steps you was making in life, help know how to maneuver things a bit better. And this book hits on a lot of those concepts a lot. So
that's
great
awesome.
read. Great read if you're in a weird phase in your life.
Man, I like that. I tell this story about how Mama told me when I was going through it bad. She was like, man, you don't want to live life on life's terms, son.
Yeah.
You got to live life on life terms. And upon doing that, trap like you, that's when I'm like, damn, maybe it isn't everybody else's fault. I mean, it's just like, oh.
Maybe I should stop lying to these people who really care about me. And then maybe I don't have shit blown up in my face 5, 8, 15 months later. And then I'm left by myself, upset, depressed, and crying.
Oh man. What?
And you know what's funny? A lot of stuff, the wrong stuff I was doing, I look back growing up, my mom, dad, grandma, they all told me, don't do this, don't do that. You're told that, but it's like whatever. But until you live the life experience of the consequence of having certain behaviors and certain actions, unfortunately, once the negative outputs happens, that's when you start looking around and be like, hey, what the hell just happened? why am I here? Why am I at this bad space now?
Right. Yeah. You dig into the math.
You definitely dig into the math.
And the math don't lie, right?
It doesn't. That's the worst part. The worst part is that the math doesn't lie. I would say it'd be like I really came to my conclusion of the bad stuff I was doing. I looked at that conclusion. I was like, I don't want this to be right. I gotta look back again. I probably missed something. No, you didn't. It actually turns out that you're not that great of a person as you thought. So you gotta make
or not just that you're not great, but that like homie, your shit does stink too. Like,
yeah. Your shit stinks sometimes. I'm sorry, it happens. But that's okay. That's another part of life. Like, that's okay. You just have to realize and understand that, be aware of it, and be honest with yourself about it.
I agree.
Wait.
Some valuable lessons, hard earned, hard learned, but valuable truths. So
and then I look around at everybody in the crypto space, all the experts around. I just see, okay, you like, I don't want to say like I know everything, but like I see there's still a lot of growing up certain individuals have to do. And the only teacher is going to be life for them. No matter how much good words I give them, no matter what facts, articles I give them, some people just going to need life to teach them what shit is.
Hear you, Ox. I want to talk to Ox before he takes off for the night. But Trap, man, I'm feeling you, dog. Thank you for sharing that, man. I think that's sometimes what we need is to hear that other people are feeling it too, going through it as well. And like I said earlier, like from the aspect of like where I have the soft spot for the younger ones, like Rick, struggling with it, and I wish that I can be here to assist in any way possible. It's like you have to have that experience, that sweat and tears and that blood equity in the project called life in order to have any kind of protein to share with motherfuckers, right? Like you were even talking earlier, like when our parents are, wagging the finger. It's like so much. It might even be like shit, dead at wisdom, right? But it just goes and you're like,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. But then when some strung out fucking 50-year-old junkie that's emaciated, he's like a skeleton, he's got scars up his arms and everything, and now he's as clean as a whistle. When that motherfucker grabs you and looks you dead in your eyes and starts dropping that wisdom, you're like, oh, like, oh, like this man knows the ledge. This isn't just ideals that the person is
shoot. It doesn't even be the person who got clean. It could be the person who's still on it, on the middle of the street.
This is true. And I don't just mean drug addiction, because think about how many things can go wrong in a motherfucker's life, right?
Yeah.
Bob, Bubble Guy says, oh, that was supposed to be Trap versus stuff. Yeah, it looked to me like it was thought and trapped together forever.
Nah, you guys are cute together. It's okay.
Aww. All right. As long as he's the bitch, I'm fine.
Hilarious.
Just for the record, everybody here in Hexaco, I do not think Trap Gravity is anybody's bitch.
The hat tells otherwise.
He's probably watching right now under his burner account.
Not the burner account.
No, I got to do that, man. A lot of people seem to make use of that. I got to get me a burner account. I probably could have avoided about 90% of my trouble so far if I had me a good burner account. Shit.
Just $0001.
Yeah, right. You go suck a dick, asshole.
Just put a 1 in.
No, well, guys, that's what Reggie's for. That's the function Reggie serves. Reggie's allowed to drop math and science for the people, and then I don't get any flack for it because it ain't coming out of my mouth. It's coming out of Reggie's mouth.
What's the deal with that? When did you start doing that? Are you doing it from like
When
as
did I
a
start doing
profession?
that? Last week.
Or you're just doing it for your kids?
What kids? No, I just literally I literally was in a shop and I fell in love with the little dude and I was like, I'm getting that fucking thing. And I put him in one of the guitar cases and there he sat for a very long time. And then one day I was high enough that I got him out and I was sitting there and I was thinking about it and I was thinking about like what ventriloquism is and how just fucking gay it is out of the box. And then I was like, what if I did a whole character or a whole skit where it was just fucking obvious that the guy couldn't do ventriloquism, but he was like thoroughly entertained by himself and was convinced his skills were like top notch. The world's worst ventriloquist. Bam. A star is born.
On the worst crypto show.
On the worst crypto show. Did he premiere here? No, he premiered on
Rothschild.
On Rothschild's network or channel. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that shit was so funny.
How many times did you bring him on? I only saw him once, but I didn't see all your streams.
Twice on this, I think. I got a whole bunch of shit written for him though.
My man's going full production on it.
Well, you know Bullish,
you're gonna be doing the one-man show on Broadway.
Hey man, if I could just do a YouTube stream for Hexaco, I will be delighted, you know. But for me, it's just time and resources, man.
Yeah, man, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I enjoy making the streams. I really do. I didn't think I would enjoy it this much, but it's fun. I just, like you guys say, I don't have the time. I wish I could do it every day, really.
Yeah. I won't even lie. I do feel jealousy when some of my brothers and sisters talk about like, did you hear this? Did you hear about this? I'm like, I'm like green with envy. Like, God damn it. I hate being behind on shit, but I just don't know where I can carve this time from, you know? And I don't hate anybody for their good fortune or for their hard work that results in being set up in a situation where that's available to them. Like, I think that's a beautiful thing, you know, like that's what's up. It's just like, God damn, I want to be there now.
That shit looks so weird right now.
Yeah, Tap's arm.
Yeah, his arm coming out of nowhere.
Sorry, I was
scratching.
Both Tap and Ox have sets right now that look like there's some Scandinavian film noir or some shit. Yeah, there it is. Like there's some deep meaning to this. Oh, Taps is in color though. It can't be in color, man.
Did Egg Stack leave us? He fell asleep. What's going on?
He probably went to the bathroom or something.
No, I'm still in.
Oh, you're still here? Okay.
Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, it seems like every time Rothschild gets controversial, Hextech is like backs up into the shadows.
I'm eating carbohydrates.
Oh, carbohydrates! I love that brand. I got some kale. I wish I could just like send this kale to you guys right now. It's delicious.
For a second, I thought it was a big ass bud.
Yeah, he would be the one, right? He'd be
like
the one
looking in, like,
look what I have.
Yo, on the cruise, they actually had some good ass kale on the cruise ship. Now I didn't think about it.
3:33:33. Just crossed. 3 hours.
Hey.
3 hours, 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Oh, that's like Reggie with his 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. There's a part of the staking contract available to pretend entities where you can stake Hex for 55,555 days.
People getting got out here.
Hex trading. I like Hex trading. That is some entertainment.
You guys are all in all these Telegram chats. I mean, I haven't been in any of them really.
I just found out that in Telegram you can make folders for your chats.
Mhm.
Thank God, because
People diss Telegram, and I think it's fantastic. I love my Telegram, man.
I'm in so many groups and like managing it was so difficult. Now that I got them in folders, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't go in those large ones like PulseChain, Hex. They're just
Not anymore.
bullshitting.
I used to go in them. Not anymore. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, those people come in their first day and they're like, "Hi, win me rich." I'm like, "Oh my fucking God, help me!"
Yeah. At that point, personally, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yo, dog, you're living extra.
It can't be me. Somebody else got to drop the bomb.
Somebody else gonna have to handle this, right?
It can't be me.
Like, I'm trying to be patient, man. I'm trying to teach, but oh man, I only got a certain threshold.
I literally set a limit on how much energy just to put into stuff at this point.
Yeah.
Like once I see that shit just this freaking hard headed and you're this impatient, it's like there's no point of me trying to drop my whatever knowledge I have for you because you're not in the right mind space to even get it.
Bam.
So
that's true.
How I feel. That's how I feel.
I operate the same way. Here's the beauty about it: as you get older, it just comes to you a lot quicker. You can talk to someone for less than 5 minutes and already know everything about them. And it's like, yep, I'm good. Or, yep, you know what? I'll keep on pushing forward with you.
Right.
5
That's
minutes.
a feature of wisdom, no doubt.
The years dealing with people, especially, here in the big city and dealing with people constantly, you never know like what their intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
You figure out a person real quick in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And there's lots of I brought this up in last week. There's a real lack of bravery in the world because people don't want to stand for nothing. People don't want to really put themselves out there and stand for nothing. So a feature of that is people ain't got the cojones to be genuine, authentic motherfuckers. So you'll be out in the world talking to somebody and they'll feign generally like sincere interest, And I was talking to this one girl, for example, recently, and I was in one of my modes where I was geeking about Hex, I was geeking about the fork coming. I was really just spitting, man, freestyling and shit. And I thought that she was like listening, one, and two, genuinely interested. Got to the end of this 20-minute, soliloquy that I was on, and she looked at me with this confused look, and she goes, I bought some Dogecoin. And I was like, wait, what? Like, did you? Okay, don't worry about it. Forget it. I'm cool. She literally thought like I was talking about the exact same thing, like Hex and Dogecoin, brother, sister. Like, no. Come on.
I feel you. I had a similar experience with this one girl I used to talk to way back. And this was maybe like in September around all-time highs. Like all-time highs, I think, for almost everything around this time. And she knew I was into Hex. She knew I was being myself in the community. And she hit me up saying, so what about SHIB? Because someone told me to buy that, and I have this big bag. Like, is it okay? Yada, yada. And I basically told her, like, it's literally a joke. So if you're okay with putting money to a joke, cool. But just understand it's a big joke. Long story short, she kept it. It, of course, went down to what it went to. And she came back some months later said, okay, I'm sorry. Can you teach me about the Hex thing? And I said, hey, here's 3 different websites. Here's some videos from Wells Only, Crypto Coffee, Discourse Syndicate, like 8 or 9 different resource materials. I
did that. I built a file of like links, like a links list for my people who I take to the second level conversation, and they're still enthused. When they're really ready to take a bite, prepare to file.
Yeah, so I sent her the little thing, and then she would pop back. That's too much. Can you just explain it to me real quick? And I'm like,
So check this out. This is what I do. You'll like what I do. So I have a playlist. It's like at this point, it's like over 100 videos, but all the videos are like 5 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Quick explainers, right? And it's basically like, you know, basic 101. What is a DAO? What is an NFT? What is a swap? What is the DEX?
Nice.
Very simple stuff, right? And I tell them, go through this. And once you go through this, then I'll talk to you and take you, like you said, to the second level before I even talk to you about any projects. Because you need to understand what the hell we're talking about first.
Question.
You understand the
What
language.
is your breakthrough rate then on that? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tap.
Go ahead.
What's your breakthrough rate, Bullish, to get to what you call the second tier?
So I deal with a lot of common folks. So usually before I even start talking to them about crypto, I either see there's a need for them to want to better their life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Whether they have children or, you know, whatever their situation is. I see something that's like, you know what? It'll be worth it for this guy to know about crypto. So, like, I'll give you an example. My dealer, right? My dealer one day said something to me, and it was like, bro, you should get into crypto. He was like, word, that shit is real? And I go, yeah, it's real. Showed him, here's the playlist. Go through this playlist. And then it took him like about 2 weeks. But he would, you know, hey, bro, I'm up to video number 50. Great, bro.
So he
keep it
tackled
going.
it. He got dirty.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
the people who put in that time to at least go through those playlists, because at any given time I can question them what's down. If you don't know how to answer, it's like you didn't see the video. You know, like what's an NFT? If you can't answer, you didn't see the video. So it's like, why should I waste my time? You know what I mean? Like, actually now, like,
yeah,
like, go through this playlist.
YOR meant meaning you were going to do the research for me.
That's what they be thinking, and I run to that. I don't want to say I run into it a lot, but at this point, I can sense it, and I just walk away. But I just tell them, like, you have to understand, we're speaking a different language financially at a base level. So you have to bring yourself up to a different understanding. Because me and my circle, we all went to public school. They ain't,
yeah, me too.
Ain't nobody teaching shit about shit. So you already got to dig your head through this whole rabbit hole of the finance literature about markets. Then you may go up to the crypto. But with Bullish, like your connect, he took the time to look through the damn videos.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. I've onboarded a lot of people, and essentially, like the thing that's to my advantages is, like, you know, most of these people I'm dealing with, because of how I interact with them or where I interact with them, they know I'm like a serious guy. So if I tell you something, I'm not like just like bullshitting with you. It's like, you see how I live, essentially. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
So that you know, in a way helps me out. So and I don't do a hard sell either. You know what I mean? It's just like, I let you know, yo, this thing is real. You know what I mean? You should learn about it. You should get into it. Check out these videos, because these videos, you know, there's content already out there. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like, you can find these videos that will explain it, 10 times better than I can. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, watch this little, you know, 2-3 minute video, and if you're interested, I'll tell you more. And I usually take that approach, and because of what they see and how, you know, how I live my life, and it's not like I'm balling or anything like that, but like at the same time, I'm not struggling either. So it's just like, okay, yeah, let me look into this, because clearly this guy's doing something right. So that helps in my favor as far as onboarding. But I only take it, you know, serious and take it to the next level for those people who actually complete the playlist.
Right. I guess that's maybe one of my hurdles, is that all the people in my circle, they know about past me. You know, they know before I got into crypto, all the crazy shit I was into, all the BS I got myself involved in. So I guess they still see that in me, which is fine. That's fine. You know, just let time go by. We'll see what happens. And if I'm in a certain situation, and that's probably when people are going to want to ask, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But start saying something.
I think he's lagged out.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, I don't do a hard sell at all. You know, like, people who usually finish the playlist, they end up making their way onto Twitter and into Twitter Spaces and Telegram and Discord, and a lot of these people were never used any of this stuff, and now they're using it, and they're all up in spaces, and I know all of them. You know what I mean? But I'm also teaching them OPSEC. It's like like you're new to this, you don't know what's gonna happen 4 or 5 years from now. So don't go start shilling your government name and all this stuff. Create an alias, go by that alias. Keep your shit private. Buy a Trezor, you know what I mean? Buy an air gap. Here's a Raspberry Pi, or here's a use a spare laptop that you have. I'm teaching them the same thing that was pretty much taught to me when I got into this community. So a lot of them, they be in there in spaces, hanging out, all up in the YouTube chat. So, because I'm also letting them know, like, hey, you need to get involved. You need to understand this, and try to get to a point where you can challenge me with questions instead of me just always trying to school you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Got just got to find the right people who wants to put themselves in that position, who wants a better life for themselves.
Yeah, I just dropped the seed. If you want it, it's up to you to water it. You know what I mean?
A lot of people are lazy out here.
Yeah, bro. They ain't trying to water it. So it's like, yeah, all right, just drop the seed. Ain't gonna grow though.
And it's like from my perspective, I remember growing up, before computers went off the way they did. And now we have so much access to so much information. We have communities of individuals who has a crazy IQ, who knows what they know, and they make content to share it to the public. But yet you have less willpower from the people to go search out this information. It's very baffling to me, knowing the tools and resources you have in your hands, literally.
Mm-hmm. People want things handed to them. They don't want to work for it. Like, I'm not everyone, but most people, they just want things handed to them.
Yeah.
It's like, like try explaining someone staking. I won't even explain staking to them until like dead ass. I don't even explain staking to them in the beginning until they ask me. That's how I know they're paying attention. It's like, yo, look into Hex. This is what I'm into. Look into this. This is what I'm into. Look into this. This is what I'm into. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, dude, what's staking? All right, let's go through it. I don't even try to explain to that in the beginning, because try explaining to someone, buy this crypto and lock it up.
Yeah, that's a hard thing.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing for someone to get. What do you mean lock it up? I want to sell it at some point.
Yeah, no, I want to get rich tomorrow. Like, I want to buy something. I want to get rich tomorrow. Like, that's what most people think in their heads. You know what I mean? It's like, I heard everyone gets rich in crypto. You know what I mean? I hear you get rich overnight. Yeah, that's what I want. It's like, all right, yeah. Go find it on your own then.
Good luck. Go out there, look for it, and let me know if you find something. Let me know.
Facts.
Because it ain't here, fam.
Oh, it's here. Shout out to Puello in the chat.
Easy people is tough. It's easy to get impatient with people. Yeah, that impatient, I just walk away at that point. Yeah, it's not worth the energy. It's just not worth it.
And for anyone watching, Puello's a Hexagon. Go give him a follow. Subscribe to his YouTube. He's out there creating content. New to doing interviews and stuff like that. He's dropping some dope stuff, bringing some heavy hitters. So like, definitely subscribe to him. Show him some support.
Yeah, definitely. He just started streaming. I think he's doing it all the time now. I saw a couple of his streams. Pretty good.
What's his name on Twitter?
Same thing. Progress with Puello. Or just Puello. It'll show up. We're a bunch of us following him. I'll look it up and drop it. Yeah, Progress W Puello. But I'll drop it right now in the private chat.
Thank you.
And the stream.
Real quick, since we talk about following, my follow limit is still on my Twitter for like months now. There's a lot of hexagons I want to follow back, but I literally just can't. I don't know when the hell they're supposed to release that. Cause I know someone been hitting me up. Yo, follow me back, man. It was like, I can't follow nobody right now. I see him. I actually already followed him. All right, cool. Good.
Time is, all right, fellas. I have to sign off. Wifey's back at the crib. I haven't pretty much seen her all day. I'm gonna spend some time with her. Call it a night because I haven't slept in 2 days with all this pain I was feeling. So I'm gonna get a good night's sleep.
Go ahead and get your rest in, man. So another thing, make sure y'all restful and healthy out here, man.
Yup. Get money and drink water.
Eat your fruit, vegetables, vitamins, all that stuff, man. Like people, another thing, people stay eating all these junk foods and stuff and be wondering why their bodies don't be acting right. Like, bro, you live on hot Cheetos. What you expect?
And White Castle.
McDonald's and Wendy's, bro. Like, when was the last time you had a cooked meal, sir?
What's a cooked meal?
What is that?
The microwave?
The dollar menu?
Yeah, I cooked it. I put it in the microwave.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, let me head out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you, boys. Always.
Yeah,
Go have
thank
a good
you,
night.
Bullish. Appreciate you, man.
I'll see y'all in the metaverse. Peace out.
We in it.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
Later.
Dan, I got nothing else to share. I want to go to bed. You got anything else?
Nah, we can follow Thoughts Child on YouTube.
Yes. Follow him on Instagram.
You know,
check him out.
Follow and listen to Hector Morgan for financial advice.
Shout out Hexdeck 16. Like his picture of the Rolex, get it a 70 likes so he can buy this Rolex. He's gonna buy it. He just wants to 70 likes. So let's get him that. Follow me on Twitter, tap4life1. That's where I'm mainly at. I ain't got nothing else to share. Keep your mind sane. Try to be a better person than you were yesterday. Buy the dip. Set limit orders. If you don't know what limit orders are, hit up Johnny. Watch his videos. It's very helpful. Even if you don't have a lot of money, I think it's a nice thing to educate yourself on. Because I ain't learned about it till recently. So I wish I had that in my toolage. And that's it.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say. Baby's crying, so I gotta go.
All right, go ahead.
Make sure y'all go in the Twitter Spaces, and yeah, I'll see everyone in there.
Hextolearn.com, hex.com, PULSECHAIN.com. Go ahead, outro.
What are you, some sort of Mexican?